tonight. Did you see this?
Super
Trump
whack,
goes to some kind of, I don't know what it was. I guess he went to like some car. On his way out to leave, and one of the people on the line on the floor yells up to him,
Not quite sure
"You're a pedo protector, pedo protector." And Trump
Okay. Not getting it. Action.
and he says, "Nobody has the capability we have, and we'll do it again. Nobody can stop us." And it's like, this is some, like, I'm kind of getting some energy here. I'm picking up on something here. And then he goes to this auto place and some blue collar hick lib, "Hey, you're a pedo protector." He goes,
Sorry about that, fellas.
Fuck you. And then he gives him the middle finger. It's like,
took a shit as soon as the fucking
okay, that's
stream
based.
started.
We have to admit, we don't have to love it. We don't have to love everything that's going on. We don't have to put the MAGA hat back on, but it's like, okay, that's kind of awesome. And honestly, the pedo protector thing is really dumb. Here's the problem with Epstein. The problem with Epstein is that he is a Jewish spy. That's the problem. This whole pedo thing, it's like, is it really pedophilia? I don't want to be the one that has to say it, but I guess I'm being forced to say it. It's not really pedophilia, okay? They weren't trafficking 5-year-olds. It was like they were technically not legal. Big difference, in my opinion. I know that's a controversial take, but that's not really the issue there, okay? The issue is not that they were barely legal teens, which is what it is. It's horrendous. It's awful. It's pedophilia.
Right,
okay, relax.
On about Epstein.
No,
it's
the
like,
issue is that Epstein is a Jewish spy.
Why are you behaving
probably
naive?
working with Israel.
Yeah, that's the big deal.
That's the dilemma there.
Yes.
He's working with Israeli intelligence.
And the implication it has for our politicians, they're corrupt as
so
fuck.
I see these shit libs at the ICE protests in Minneapolis, and they're yelling, "Pedo protector." They're saying to ICE, you're with the pedo protector, pedo president, and this idiot in the factory, they're saying this. It's like, that's not even really the issue there, goof.
Dipshit.
Let's not, it's really striking to me, and I hate to say this, but it feels like so sticky that if you criticize Trump in any way, you can't get away from the left. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you start to criticize Trump, and what's my problem with Trump? My problem with Trump is not that he's Hitler, okay? My problem with Trump is that he is not Hitler, all right?
Yeah, that's my problem with him, too.
You have all these left-wing people.
If he was just the monster or the guy that they accuse him of being, I would be literally in heaven. I would not have a single complaint.
Saying, why do I agree with Nick Fuentes? It's like, I'm criticizing Trump because there's not enough deportations. There's not enough ICE brutality. There's not enough National Guard.
Absolutely.
Sort of a big difference.
100%.
You have Pumpkinhead throwing herself in front of a ICE vehicle because she literally wants to lay down her life to protect Somali scammers.
Yeah.
I am criticizing Trump because I want all Somalians out of America immediately. Like, there's kind of a big difference, but it's hard to criticize Trump and galvanize an audience and rally without finding yourself standing shoulder to shoulder with some left-wing idiot, with some pussy hat liberal, some leftist yelling, "Pedo protector, he's a pet." Really, bro? Like, you're a card-carrying Democrat, idiot. Are you kidding me? And it has nothing to do with that. It's that he's an Israeli spy. That's obviously the problem there. So I saw that, and I'm like, what an idiot. These, like, disgusting chuds rising up. And forces you, it feels like you're forced to make a decision. You're either with left-wing scum or you're with Trump. And it's like, I want to be with Trump, but he has these people that have captured his administration that are making it impossible to support. But I'm really not on the left either. So
the Israel lobby, they make him
it puts you in a tough situation.
It's a principle
and I said
thing.
as much the other day with regard to
they're foreigners. I refuse
Venezuela. And we'll talk about ICE. I think we'll talk about the ICE protests either tomorrow or Thursday. We're going to save it for a later day. But it's the same thing. It's like all these people that are criticizing Trump and Israel, they're now saying ICE is like terror capitalism. I saw Blumenthal say that. Like they don't like that ICE is deporting people. It's like, okay, so what is this actually?
Yeah.
I'm not with this. Like, I want the illegals out. And I said it the other night. This is the last thing I'll say about it. Then we'll move on. America first is the rallying cry. It is not like Israel's an apartheid state. It's not free Palestine. It's not. No, the rallying cry is a positive vision that says we're putting America first against all foreign influence. And you cannot be in favor of America first, ejecting AIPAC and ejecting the Israel lobby and the neocons, but then turn around and say, we need millions of people here that have no legal standing to remain in our country, because these are both forms of foreign influence. 10 million illegal Venezuelans anchors away having children, that is a form of foreign influence. That is a form of putting America last. Just like it is when they bribe Congress. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You can't complain about $4 billion to Israel every year and then throw yourself in front of an ICE vehicle because they want to investigate these Somalians that are taking millions of dollars from the taxpayer. Because arguably, it's the same thing. What do you think the Somalians are doing? They're taking that money for themselves and they're sending it back to Africa. Architecture, they work with the Democrats, but in principle, it is putting America last. So we have to differentiate ourselves. I said it the other night, but this is
fuck.
You're not going to see me at the Women's March ever. Like, I'm never going to wear the hat. I'm never going to be out there yelling, pedo protector, ICE is too brutal. My only issue with ICE is you cannot perform brutality without being brutal. My problem is the brutality is fake.
Yeah.
No,
it's performative.
We want them to actually shut down the country and actually get these people out, and we want them to downplay it. The problem is they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're playing it up because they want us to think they're doing their job.
It's all performative.
And by that, I mean they're putting out these edits of ICE kicking everybody's ass because they want the base to think they're getting mass deportations when in reality, the administration has no intention of doing it. And I'm saying we need the opposite. Keep it quiet, actually put a media blackout on it.
And just go fucking hard as a motherfucker.
How much you're doing and do a lot more of it.
Yes.
Shut down the whole neighborhood and just go door to door. Citizenship, papers, please, citizen.
I think they should honestly be investing a lot more money in that. I want to see big investments in deportations.
Papers, please. Don't have them, get in the back. It needs to be industrial. So anyway, and that's a far cry from these other people that are crying about a dead protester. You know, we're trying to get 30 million fucking people out of our country. You think we're not going to step on some toes? Like, what do you think is going to happen here exactly?
Right.
30 million people are here and they don't want to go. Like, what do you think is going to happen? So the government needs to be willing and able to do what it needs to do. And now you have all these Israel critics coming around and saying, oh, well, I'm like anti-big government. Big government sucks. And I don't like police brutality. And the IDF trained ICE. It's like, okay, so you're just a left-wing idiot then. Okay, so you're just like some leftist scum. Like, You know, I don't even know at that point. It's like, what are we, the Ron Paul movement now? Like, I'm not a Ron Paul libertarian, okay? I'm not a Ron Paul guy. I'm not Obama. I'm not a liberal, okay? I'm a reactionary. We need decisive action from a powerful executive to radically change the country.
Absolutely.
We need like a reset. You know, the country needs to be put first, and that means a lot of stuff is going to have to change. And people that don't want to lose their jobs are going to have to lose their jobs. And people that don't want to leave the country are going to have to leave the country. And
amen.
The left will lash out, and they need to be put in jail for it.
Yes. There's no tolerance.
And if they resist, well,
tough too.
What happened to George Floyd, you know? Like, anyway, so that's that. But I do want to move on because I saw that thing. I saw that little video, pedo protector, and I'm like, this guy just sounds like some stupid hick lib.
Yeah.
Gross. But I want to move on. I want to get into our featured story about these Iran strikes.
I just thought it was lame.
As you know, I've been talking about this for years.
Lame.
And we're going to talk all about the current situation as it's unfolding. I do want to get into a little bit of the background here because just like with Venezuela, you can't really understand the issue if you're looking at it narrowly. You can only really understand what's going on if you look at it broadly. And that means you need to know what is happening in that neighborhood, and you need to know the recent history. You need to know what has been going on. Well, why do I say this? So what is happening in the past few weeks are these massive protests. Well, they want us to believe they're massive. This massive popular uprising in Iran. Iranian protesters have taken to the streets. They are taking over government buildings. And the Iranian regime, which is paranoid and violent, is cracking down hard, shooting the protesters with automatic weapons indiscriminately, stacking up the bodies, thousands dead, internet blackout.
Stacking up the bodies.
To break the back of the protest. This is the story.
They should break its back.
And now there are urgent demands for the United States to intervene on the side of the protesters. But how did we get here? We have to take a step back. As you know, I have been predicting this for a long time. In 2023, after October 7th, I said eventually Israel's campaign in Gaza and Lebanon and elsewhere will culminate in a regime change in Iran that will involve the United States. And I said that for many years. I've said that, I guess now it's two and a half years or something, whatever, 2 years and a few months. I said from the very beginning that this was the long-term strategic goal or intermediate-term goal for Israel was they were going to take it in detail. They were going to take it piece by piece. And by that, I mean they were going to dismantle Iran's proxy network. They were going to dismantle Iran's nuclear hedge, which is its nuclear centrifuges and stockpile.
Nick, no, it's a couple minutes after.
Of highly enriched uranium.
I did that on purpose.
They're going to take out Iran's missile capability, their missile launch platforms, of which they have thousands of missiles, and that ultimately, once this has been achieved, the pathway will be cleared for a decapitation strike, a color revolution, an invasion, some form or another of regime change. And I said that, as you know, for those that have been watching the show years ago, it wasn't, I don't think, really the most unpredictable thing because the Israelis were saying it. The Israelis after October 7th were saying this. They said that after October 7th, we have to just change the status quo. We need to reset the balance of power. We need to reset the regional order that has persisted for 50 years, and they're alluding there to the Yom Kippur War and the land for peace negotiations since then, tolerating a Palestinian state, the rise of Iran and Islamism. In no uncertain terms, they were gesturing towards and telegraphing regime change. Now, why does this matter? It's because if you're only watching the headlines, if you're only watching the news, then these things are coming at you very fast, and they're happening all of a sudden.
Seriously. Huh. Huh. Well put. Oh shit, fucker.
That the conflict is over, we can all forget about it and we can say mission accomplished. Like George W. Bush, it had like an 80% approval rating within the GOP, those strikes, and everybody moved on. So why does the context matter? Because we have been at war with Iran for many years. Arguably, our present conflagration with Iran started in 2018 when Trump pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal. And where does the Iran nuclear deal come from? Where does that come from? It comes from 2015 when Barack Obama and John Kerry negotiated the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. They got Russia, China, UK, France, Germany, Italy, all the major players together as signatories to agree to relieve Iran sanctions if they give up some elements of their nuclear program and have some oversight and transparency about it. We pull out of the Iranian nuclear deal unilaterally in 2018, hit the sanctions back on Iran hard. We forced the Europeans to put the sanctions back. 2020, we kill Qasem Soleimani, their top general. We declare their paramilitary group, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, a terrorist group. And then what starts in 2021, 2022, it's actually just an escalation, is that Israel starts assassinating Iran's nuclear scientists again. And Israel starts launching cyber attacks on critical Iranian infrastructure. And Israel starts conducting industrial espionage in Iran, blowing up factories, some military, some commercial, blowing up ports, attacking their utilities, their power grid, all of their critical infrastructure. And of course, that fed into what happened on October 7th and Israel's systematic confrontation with Iran's proxies, and then ultimately Iran throughout 2024, and then in 2025 with the 12-day war. And now here we are again in 2025 with these protests and all this talk about bombing Iran. And I'll reiterate it again for people that don't watch my show a lot, or if you haven't seen my coverage of Iran, the only thing you need to understand about Iran and Israel and the United States is the different strategic objectives that are at stake here. What is Israel's strategic endgame in the Middle East? They're very clear about this. And they have been ever since Likud, which is Netanyahu's right-wing party, ever since they came to power in the 70s, they have been absolutely transparent about what they want in the region. And how they describe it is they want a mosaic of statelets, mini states, mini governments, a mosaic of them.
Like a mini Roman Empire.
What does that mean exactly? It means that through war, through subversion, destabilization, through military intervention, regime change, they want to take all of the powerful Muslim countries or Arab countries in the Middle East, and they want to dismember them. They want to divide them up into many different territories. So take Iraq, for example. There was a time when Iraq was a major military power. and it was united under Saddam Hussein and his fascist, Ba'athist ideology, and they wanted to unite the Middle East under this ideology. With his oil wealth, he built a military, had dreams of developing a nuclear arsenal or an arsenal of chemical and biological weapons. This is inherently threatening to Israel because Israel, in order to feel secure, needs it to be the case that there are no other countries that threaten it in the region. So Israel had the United States invade. Wasn't good enough that we oversaw the destruction of their WMDs. We had to overthrow Saddam in 2003. And what they ideally wanted for Iraq was to divide it up into 3 different countries. They wanted a Kurdish country, a Shiite country, and a Sunni country. Same story in Syria. They looked at the Assad regime, another Ba'athist regime with a pan-Arab ideology, secular government, and they wanted to divide Syria up into an Alawite country, a Sunni country, a Kurdish country, a Druze country. Because if you can take the whole Middle East and turn it into 100 different tiny states.
It's just like here in America, how they want us to be a small population. So there's no majority population. They think they'll have it better. They have this weird view of the world that if everybody is as small of a group as they are, or there's no major group, that they have a better chance of being able to be the puppet master overarching it all. It's psychotic.
Tribes with flags, none of them will have the population or the economy or the military might to threaten it.
Exactly. They're very smart. They have the most advanced nuclear program on the planet. Their nuclear physicists are better than Britain's. They're as good as ours. They have their own nuclear secrets that we aren't privy to. Oh, Jesus. Why does it keep doing that?
Or the civil law. Islam is the law of the land. It is the rule by jurists, by theocratic jurists, chief among them the Ayatollah. And they have this ideology which theoretically could be expansionist. They could get Shiites in other countries to follow this ideology, like in Bahrain or in Iraq or in Syria or in Lebanon. And those create allies for Iran. It allows them to challenge Israel. And so for as long as this Islamic regime has been in place, which is since 1979, Israel has sought regime change. They want, as we talked about yesterday, what is a regime change? They want a different kind of regime. They do not like a revolutionary Islamist government in such a powerful, big, populous, oil-rich country.
They have a lot of potential.
A country like that, one, as I said, is powerful enough to challenge Israel, but two, empowered by this ideology, by these ideals, could motivate other groups in the Middle East to work against Israel's interests, and that has historically been the case. So Iran is one of Israel's mortal enemies, but Iran knows this. Iran saw the fate of Saddam Hussein and Muammar Gaddafi and Bashar al-Assad. And they know that they're next. They know that what Israel wants is a regime change so that they can pacify, subdue, or dismember Iran. Well, what is the one thing, what is the only thing in the world that is an absolute check that prevents a country from interfering in your affairs? It's a nuclear arsenal.
Yeah,
there's
once
a
they
reason
get the
that
bomb,
we kidnap Maduro and not Kim Jong-un.
Yes.
There's a reason that we will bomb Iran with impunity, but we don't think of bombing Russia. We don't think of bombing China. When there is even talk of going to war with Russia, people freak out. Why?
Yeah, there's a thing with nuclear weapons. Once a country gets them, there's no going back. I mean, and that's the thing with nuclear proliferation is only more nukes get added as time goes on. They don't get, you know, the amount of nukes and the amount of countries that have nukes doesn't get smaller. It only gets bigger.
to decapitate the regime or overthrow the government, whatever it is, they have their finger on the trigger and they could nuke South Korea or Japan or Hawaii or California. So we think twice.
Yeah.
Iran also understands that if you start to build a nuclear arsenal,
comes with responsibility.
This invites aggression too.
Yes.
It's sort of a paradox. The one thing that protects you from regime change is a nuke. But if you pursue a nuke, and there's really no way to conceal this, it invites regime change. If a country starts to pursue a nuclear bomb, it attracts the attention and then the aggression of the United States. So this is why they've created this hedge, a middle ground. They want to have the ability to make a bomb, if they so chose, without actually racing towards one. And so that way, they can have their cake and eat it too. If it was necessary, they could maybe build a bomb in a short amount of time and then protect themselves. And the United States would have to think about that. If they're going to win a war or if they make a move towards a war, they're going to have to move quickly. Without having the bomb, there is no legitimate pretext for a preemptive strike necessarily. And Iran knows that the United States might not do that. It's not actually strategically valuable. So Iran has its nuclear hedge. As I said before, Iran has its proxies all over the Middle East. Hezbollah, Hamas, the Shiite militias in Iraq and Syria. Iran also has these intermediate range ballistic missiles, thousands of them, which they used during the 12-day war last year. And so this is basically the matchup as it stands. Israel, after October 7th, made a decision that they were going to move towards finally and decisively confronting Iran. They made the decision after Hamas crossed the border that they could no longer tolerate the existence of Palestinians on their border. They could no longer tolerate the existence of Shiite Iranian-backed forces on their border. In Lebanon, with Hezbollah, in Yemen, with the Houthis, in Iraq, with the Popular Mobilization Force, and in Syria, with the Assad regime propped up by the Revolutionary Guard. So Israel makes this strategic decision. We cannot abide the status quo, but in order to change the circumstances, we're eventually going to have to go for the head of the snake. We're going to have to fight Iran directly because Iran is funding all these groups. But Iran is protected. They have this layered defense. If you make a move against Iran, they race towards a nuclear bomb. If you attack Iran, they have this missile arsenal that they will rain down on you. If you attack Iran, their proxies will attack you with cheaper, more primitive, but more numerous munitions. Smaller rockets from Lebanon, from Yemen, from Iraq, from Gaza, from the West Bank. And so this is a layered defense. You can't just go in and make a move on Iran because if you do, a few things are going to happen. Hezbollah hits the button, 1,000 rockets underground at Fordo and Natanz. They start to build a primitive nuclear device, and maybe that breakout timeline is 3 months. Maybe in 2 or 3 months, they have enough highly enriched uranium for a nuclear bomb or a dirty bomb, and they can declare to the whole world they've withdrawn.
Damn it.
All it's going to take is a couple of nukes to destroy Israel. It wouldn't take much. So what does Israel do?
No, it wouldn't. They call it a one-bomb state. This has been the crisis for the past
2 years, going on 3 now. First, they systematically destroyed Iran's proxy network. They encircled Hamas with their blockade, airstrikes, ground invasion. They confronted Hezbollah with the pager attack, of which there were several waves, then thousands of airstrikes, then an invasion. And they compelled a surrender from Hezbollah about 13 months ago. Then they made their move in Syria. They collapsed the Assad regime. The new regime kicked out Iran, shut down the supply lines to Hezbollah, so Hezbollah can't rebuild. They bombed some critical infrastructure in Yemen, and there is some talk about disarming the Popular Mobilization Force in Iraq. So they took out the proxies. What did they do in the 12-day war last year, in June of 2025? They attacked Iran, invited the United States into the conflict, and they had the United States bomb Iran's fortified nuclear infrastructure at Fordow and Natanz, which were heavily fortified underground inside mountains. The United States dropped these bunker-busting 50,000-pound bombs with B-2 bombers, and we took that capability out. But during that 12-day war, Iran bombarded Israel with hundreds of missiles at a time. And this was ruinous for Israel. Israel actually demanded that the United States intercede and bring an end to the conflict because they were getting hit really hard. Israel's a small country with a small population, and they're vulnerable. So getting hit with hundreds of missiles every day, if Iran is being precise with them and wants them to hurt, it's going to hurt Israel very badly. They can't fight a sustained war with Iran. They can't shoot down all of the missiles in perpetuity. So Israel had to sue for peace. Now enter,
I believe they're running out of
29th,
Iron Dome
2025,
missiles,
just a few weeks ago.
The counter
I wasn't here,
measures,
so we didn't get to cover it, and it didn't make too many headlines. But Benjamin Netanyahu made us with Iran, and in December, widely reported in the Israeli press, he came with some requests. And he said a few things, actually, which can be summarized by this. What Netanyahu asked for in this
dude,
for Hamas to disarm. No agreement on what the transition is going to look like. There is no agreement in principle. There is no agreement in the letter of the contract, what this is going to look like. And as it stands right now, Hamas is refusing to disarm. They're not giving up all their weapons. They said, we're not giving up our machine guns. We're not giving up our light arms. And so what does Israel want to do? They want to go on the offensive. And now Hamas doesn't have any hostages, so no leverage. No living or dead hostages. Israel controls about half of the strip. Hamas controls about half of the strip. Israel says, we're going to let the Palestinian refugees come into the yellow zone that we control, and then we're just going to kill everybody. And he's asking Trump for permission to do it. In Lebanon, Netanyahu has been lobbying the United States and the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah. They want the Lebanese military to take weapons from Hezbollah. And this is a very difficult political situation. Israel says that it's not happening fast enough. Israel wants to go back to war. Ceasefire was agreed upon in December 2024. Israel wants to restart operations in Lebanon. They want a major offensive in South Lebanon. I'm tired of them. And finally, most importantly, Israel wants the United States to bomb Iran's missiles. And this is the big one. Israel's claim is that after we went to war with Iran last June, that Iran has been buying all these cheap materials to build as many missiles as possible. They have fully replenished their stock of ballistic missiles and cruise missiles, and they're getting ready to attack Israel. So, Israel says, we need the United States to greenlight an attack or participate and support an attack on Iran's ballistic missile platforms. Now, again, this goes back to, are you paying attention? Because if you're paying attention, you saw this coming the entire time. The goal, going back many years, is regime change in Iran. And understand there's an important distinction here. Israel wants regime change, but what they're selling us was denuclearization, right? In June, how they sold it is they said Iran is 2 months away from a bomb. They're going to get a nuclear bomb. They could use it against the United States. So Trump needs to take out their nuclear bomb program, right? They use the nuclear issue. But these are two different things. Denuclearization and regime change are two different things, but they go hand in hand because you cannot do regime change without denuclearization. And so why does that inform us about what is going to happen next? Because bombing Iran's nukes was only one of the steps in a much more ambitious program. It's not about their nukes. It's not about their proxies. It's not about their missiles. It's about all of those things, because all of those things protect the regime from outside intervention.
It allows them to keep their
But
stranglehold
everybody,
on
all
the
the
people.
normies, all the NPCs, they say, well, we got to take out their nukes. Oh, well, now we got to take out their missiles. Their missiles, who cares about their missiles?
Yeah.
Their missiles can't touch the United States.
Exactly.
And here's the thing. You can make the case that it is in America's interest to pursue the non-proliferation of nuclear weapons. It's not good for America for other countries to have nukes. We want as few countries to have nukes as possible.
Yeah.
Ideally, we'd be the only ones that have them.
God damn it. Oh, man.
Out the nukes, take out the nukes. Now it's take out the missiles, take out missiles. Who cares about the missiles?
They did the same thing with Iraq after 9/11. You know, Benjamin Netanyahu was showing up to Congress and giving these long-winded bullshit speeches saying, oh, now they have the most that they've ever had and it's most likely to. It's the same old propaganda from this guy. Netanyahu, I mean. Make peace.
Country, huge territory, 90 million people, as we all know now, with oil wealth. They have a 1 million man army. Yeah, they're gonna have missiles. Missiles are cheap. Missiles are cheap. That is the meta.
They have to defend themselves.
That is the defensive realist tactic now. Yes, you're going to have missiles. So if you have a problem with the missiles, you talk to them about it. Get Saudi Arabia, get the Emirates, and you talk to them about the missiles. That's not a problem for Washington. Their missiles can't hit the United States from all the way over there. And why would Iran want to hit us with missiles? Leave them alone. This is about helping Israel, not for them to feel safe, but to clear the way to expand and escalate the war. Take out the nukes. Now take out the missiles. So this is the meeting that happens in late December. Suffice to say, Netanyahu makes these requests of Trump. He says, I want to go back to war in Gaza. They're not abiding by the deal. They're not disarming. I want to go to war in Lebanon. I want a comprehensive escalation there because the Lebanese government is not disarming them. And we need to take out Iran's missiles. And if you recall, what did Trump say at the meeting? Trump said, if Iran rebuilds its nukes, we'll definitely bomb them. He says, if Iran rebuilds its missiles, we'll look strongly at bombing them. And so, according to sources that were briefed on this, they didn't agree to a timeline or any specificity, but Trump was not adamantly against this. Okay, so Trump is open to expanding the war. Sure enough, wow, what a coincidence. Sure enough, days after this meeting between Trump and Netanyahu, you get these giant protests. Giant protests grip Tehran and grip the west of the country.
Yeah, that was odd.
And now they're saying the regime is cracking down and murdering people. This is what the New York Times said about it. It said, quote, as the Iranian authorities impose a total communication blackout on a country convulsed by mass protests, the government is waging one of its deadliest crackdowns on unrest in more than a decade. Eyewitnesses say government forces have begun opening fire, apparently with automatic weapons and at times seemingly indiscriminately, on unarmed protesters. Hospital workers say protesters have been coming in with pellet injuries, now arriving with gunshot wounds and skull fractures. One doctor called it a mass casualty situation. In videos uploaded by opposition activists on social media, families can be seen sobbing as they huddle together over bloodied corpses and unzipped bags. Those who still support Iran's theocratic government and those in the streets calling for its downfall agree these are days of brutality unlike anything they have ever seen. Multiple American officials say that U.S. intelligence agencies have conservatively estimated that more than 600 protesters have been killed so far. The agencies have noted that both the current protests and the crackdown are far more violent than those in 2022 or other recent uprisings against the government. A senior Iranian health ministry official speaking on the condition of anonymity said about 3,000 people have been killed across the country, but sought to shift the blame to terrorists fomenting unrest. Wow. Well, what a coincidence, huh? So the week after Netanyahu is in Mar-a-Lago again for the 5th time.
This guy is a villain. He's
visiting
truly a
Trump,
villain.
begging him to go to war with Iran, all of a sudden, and this is from the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, all these papers, it is just atrocity propaganda.
It
is just one thing after the next. Body bags stacking up, protesters shot with automatic weapons, indiscriminate murder. But this is from CBS News. It says information trickling out of Iran suggests that a crackdown by authorities to end 2 weeks of widespread anti-government protests is far more deadly than activists outside the country have reported. With phone lines opening back up, 2 sources, including one inside Iran, told CBS that 12,000, maybe 20,000 have been killed. Okay, so which is it? So some are saying it's 500, okay? Some are saying 500. Some are saying 3,000. CBS News, which is run by Barry Weiss, says could be 12,000, could be 20,000. Wow. Why not just make it an even million?
How about
Why
infinite,
not just make it
like
an
the
even
Holocaust?
7 million, 10 million, 100 million. Like, seriously. So
it's absurd.
500, it's anywhere between 500 and 20,000. Really? You have no idea? No clue? So it could be 5, it could be 500,000. We really have no way of knowing. And so some are saying the official number says 500. Some sources say 3,000. Barry Weiss at CBS News, well, she's got a source in the country that no one else knows that says it could be 20,000.
What the fuck?
And it's in this context that now they're begging Trump to make a move here and intervene in Iran to support the pro-democracy protesters. Everybody's whipped up. And here's another thing about Iran. There have been massive protests. There have been uprisings in Iran.
Many times.
For as long as the Islamic Republic has existed,
70s,
and especially in the past 15 years. They had their Green Revolution. They had major protests in 2019, in 2022, in 2025. And again now, they have protests all the time. This is just what happens there. I will add, where the protests are occurring, this is all happening in the west of the country, in a lot of Kurdish majority areas. And so just like with Iraq, just like with Syria, once again, you have the Kurds, which are very much in bed with the Israelis, which have this cross-border connection with the Kurds in Iraq. They seem to be a lot of these cities that had the worst protests and disproportionately represented among those that have been arrested and died, it's all Kurds. In other words, it's all an ethnic minority. It's an ethnic minority that has their own ambitions or aspirations
they get
for
the
statehood,
shit end of the stick always.
In other words, and it's those people, it seems, that are taking up arms. Those people that seem to be responsible for a disproportionate amount of the violence. So is this a spontaneous demonstration? Is this a spontaneous uprising? People are mad about the economy? No doubt people are mad about the economy, no doubt. The currency collapsed. One of their major state-run banks collapsed. Iran is in real trouble. But how did we get here and why? It is because of 15 years of sanctions, industrial sabotage.
We're strangling.
We have been in a state of war with this country. We will not, literally not let them exist. Now you have all these protests, and it's in this context now that there is talk about airstrikes against Iran. This is where we are right now. So far, Trump has announced 25.
What really sucks about this Iran thing is they're the original nation we tried to build. They are the poster child of our fuck-ups in the Middle East. It was the first country where we tried to make it better and ended up fucking ourselves in the end and making an enemy.
Effectively, they are secondary sanctions. He's calling them tariffs Trump has announced a 25% tariff on all countries that continue to do business with Iran. This is a report on that. It says, on Monday, President Trump announced he would impose a 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran, which, if enforced, could add to the economic pain among Iranians that sparked large-scale protests inside the country. On Truth Social, he said, quote, effective immediately, any country doing business with the Islamic Republic of Iran will pay a tariff of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States of America. The tariffs could affect China, Turkey, the Emirates, Iraq, India, and all major trading partners of Iran. Now, we'll see if that even holds up. It might be struck down in court, and it might not even be enforced. But he is tightening the noose around Iran. This is part of a maximum pressure campaign to create chaos inside the country. Then Trump discussed potential.
You know, all of this has repercussions. You know, choking this country with this, with our money, it makes countries, it forces them to get along without the dollar. And what we're doing right now is squandering capital, you know, political capital in our currency on behalf of Israel. We're making countries do without the dollar, you know, and get so they can live without it on behalf of Israel. We're basically fucking ourselves.
Options to strike today at a number of press pools. He said that help is on the way for the protesters. This is from the New York Times. It says, quote,
we've heard that before.
On 2 occasions, on Tuesday, President Trump told Iranians protesting against their government that help is on the way. Okay. The latest sign that the U.S. might soon take action against a regime that mounting evidence shows has killed thousands of demonstrators during a popular revolt. The message indicated that Trump is on the verge of a fresh intervention in Iran, potentially wading the U.S. into a confrontation with the country to support an uprising against state repression and a flailing economy. No. Make Iran great again, he said after visiting a factory, calling the situation fragile. Trump, for days, has received briefings from top members of his team, including Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who have presented him with a suite of options ranging from diplomacy with Tehran to military strikes. Many of the options are non-kinetic, meaning non-military, officials say. If Trump does decide to authorize an attack, his options to do so are limited by the shift of military personnel and equipment to the Caribbean, which is kind of nice to hear. There are currently only 6 U.S. Navy warships in the Middle East. 3 littoral combat ships, 3 destroyers, versus 12 in the Caribbean.
That was kind of fun.
Twice as many ships here as there are there. There is no aircraft carrier strike group either, since Trump ordered the Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean in October. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Sometimes, I guess, Groypers know what they're talking about, huh?
Uh-huh.
Go figure. So listen to this. We might not strike Iran because all of our ships are in the Western Hemisphere and not in the Middle East.
Huh.
How
about that?
Wow, it's almost like
what
a foreign policy of hemispheric defense is inherently America first. It's almost like a foreign policy that puts our U.S. military assets inside of our sphere of influence is an inherently America first position. Go figure. So we have all our ships in the Caribbean to pick up Maduro to take his oil, and we have none of them over there to bomb Iran for Israel. Huh.
About that.
I guess that really worked out well for America first then. Go figure.
Hell yeah.
Just goes to show. Maybe that's a great policy. Maybe that's a great idea.
Nick has good luck.
Now the article goes on.
Dude has good luck.
The Pentagon could still order Tomahawk missile strikes from destroyers in the Middle East, as well as send bombers and jet fighters stationed in the region equipped with long-range weapons. Protecting American troops stationed in the region also becomes more precarious without an aircraft carrier.
Welcome aboard, Kevin
and its accompanying
Kogo.
Destroyers, which are equipped with the Aegis combat system that provides the ability to shoot down incoming missiles. So here's the thing, few things. You have these protests, and let us just say, first and foremost, this is all exaggerated. You are in a media distortion field right now. Just know that.
Big time.
When you watch the news, when you read the news, and they are talking about atrocities and violence and crackdown on the protesters and all this, this is propaganda.
Absolutely.
This is a media distortion field. They are distorting reality because the U.S. government and its other institutions like the U.S. media, they are in the business of democracy promotion. They are in the business of democratic globalism. They want a regime change in Iran. It is their wet dream that a secular, liberal Iranian revolution and creates a Persian democracy or a Persian monarchy. So when you're seeing all this stuff, like what I just read from Barry Weiss, Israel-controlled CBS News, from the New York Times, from the Rupert Murdoch-owned Wall Street Journal, from any of them, this is all being exaggerated. This is all being embellished. And then it is being amplified on social media. How are they're beaming up to Starlink. They're beaming up to Starlink internet. Why? Because SpaceX, which puts Starlink satellites in the air, is a U.S. military project. Elon Musk is one of the biggest defense contractors in America.
Straight up. Because
Starlink and Starshield, that is one of the biggest and best tools that only the United States has in Ukraine, in Iran, in other countries. So are you surprised that SpaceX Starlink owner Elon Musk has on the X platform amplification of all this atrocity propaganda about Iran? There it is. So, you know, when you look at all this stuff, you got to recognize nothing about it is organic. The uprising itself is backed, funded, equipped by the CIA, by the State Department. Okay, that is what the National Endowment for Democracy is for. That is what USAID used to do. And by the way, the State Department just absorbed a lot of USAID's functions.
Absolutely.
People think USAID doesn't exist anymore. That's not really true. It just got absorbed into the State Department. So the CIA, the NED, the NGOs, they're all operating in Iran. They're all supporting this. CIA is in Iran supporting this. Okay, they're fully backing the protests. The protests themselves are astroturfed. Their complaints are fake. Why is Iran undergoing a currency crisis? Because we have a maximum pressure economic strangulation strategy against them. We've embargoed their oil. We have sanctioned their economy. We have for years and put a stranglehold on it. So between fomenting the subversion in the country, making the material conditions worse through industrial sabotage and sanctions, then on top of that, embellishing all of it in the Western media, all of this is meant to create a pretext. This is meant to create a pretext to intervene. If nothing was going on in Iran, if everybody woke up and it was just a normal day in Iran, there would be no impetus for the United States to drop bombs on them. Time to launch a preemptive strike and destroy all their military capabilities. Why? We need an excuse to do it. So last year they said, well, Iran's on the verge of a nuke. Now they're saying, well, these protests are engulfing the country.
Literally.
But Iran is very good at putting down protests.
They always have a fucking excuse.
No doubt about it, people are being killed. But I imagine these are protesters that are armed, most likely foreign-backed. These are not really nonviolent resistors. These are armed, organized protesters, maybe with a foreign connection. So Iran shut down the internet and they just started shooting these people, and now it's over. The regime has rallied, the protests are over, and so what is happening now? Well, it seems that all of this zeal to intervene has evaporated equally. Last week they were saying intervention is imminent. We're going to drop bombs any moment now. There were a lot of conflicting reports coming out of the administration. Some reports said that the United States and Israel want to postpone an attack until March, when they can get ready. They can move the necessary assets into the region, prepare the logistics, do what they got to do. Others said that an attack is literally imminent. We have to strike while the iron is hot. We have to take advantage of the moment. The government's on the verge of collapse. And what would be the target of the strike? It would be the besieged. It would be the domestic security force. Now, what is the goal of the strike? If there are apparently these pro-democracy protests that are, being crushed so brutally, and these are huge protests, they really have a chance at overturning the government. Let me just say first and foremost, that is never going to overthrow the Islamic Republic, okay? The Islamic Republic of Iran has a 1 million man army. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard is massive. The Iranian Armed Forces is massive. And they're well armed, and they're organized, and they're experienced, and above all, they're loyal. They're true believers. They're loyal to the Ayatollah.
Which makes sense.
They're loyal to the regime.
They're Islamic.
And so the idea that thousands of protests are going to take to the streets and demand the end of the government, that does not actually overturn the government, because Iran will just kill them. That's what happened in Syria. It took 14 years, or what is it? I guess it's 14 years for Bashar al-Assad to be overthrown. And Assad was a fraction as powerful as Iran. And that was with sustained armed resistance. That was with your Syrian Democratic Force. That was with your Peshmerga. That was with the Kurds. That was with this rally against ISIS, with ISIS Air Force, the United States. That's with the Russian Air Force. I guess the Russian Air Force was in favor of the regime, but you understand, this was a fight. This was a civil war between two armed groups, one with some ideas, with weapons, with foreign backing, the other being the regime. The idea that Iran is going to be pushed over because thousands of protests came out and fought with the cops, they will just send in the army with the guns and start shooting these people, and they'll just start dying, and people start running away, and then that's it. So what was the Trump administration going to do? Well, at one point, it was alleged, as I said, they were going to bomb Iran's domestic security forces, the Basij, which is like a militia. These guys in particular are looking out for spies. Now, would you guess?
Oh, shit. God damn this thing.
When Israel attacked Iran last year, they targeted these government buildings. They targeted the military leadership. They targeted the domestic. As that deadline approached that Trump imposed for the ceasefire, they hit the Basij really hard, hit the domestic security really hard. Why did they do that? Did they do that because they thought the government is going to be overthrown tomorrow? No. They did that because this is part of a systemic effort to degrade Iran's ability to defend itself. Again, nukes, missiles, domestic security, proxies. They want to make it so that they have this expression, they say they're trimming the grass, they're mowing the grass. They want to keep Iran weak and off balance. I don't think there's any idea that these protests are really going to lead to the end of the regime. But will they justify more U.S. intervention? Yes. Will they allow Israel and the United States to take out missile platforms? Will it allow them to degrade Iran's internal security, their domestic security? Yes. And what does that lead to? Well, maybe the regime doesn't fall tomorrow, but it forestalls diplomacy. The more that the United States has blood on our hands, the more that we intervene, the less willing they are to negotiate. And if Iran is not willing to negotiate, then war is inevitable. And that is what Israel wants.
True.
Two, if we hit their missile platforms, if we hit their internal security, it makes them more prone. The cancer can grow. The cancer can spread. More subversion, more infiltration, more destabilization. Without the missiles, they're less able to defend themselves. This is about creating a tempo. It's about creating a rhythm. Like I said, Israel has been doing industrial sabotage, cyber attacks. Then in 2024, they provoked Iran twice. They're blowing up Iranian Revolutionary Guard commanders in Syria. And then they assassinated the leader of Hamas in Tehran on their inauguration day. Then they launched a preemptive strike. Now we want to do a democracy promotion strike and maybe hit some of their missiles too. It's about this
that doesn't sound
orchestrated
like some
escalation,
fucking,
which will lead inevitably to
propaganda. What did he say? A democracy strikes? That's like really fucked up and Orwellian. Democracy strikes. Come on, dude.
decisive confrontation. And what does that mean? It means a straight up war.
Ugh.
Because how are you going to decapitate the Iranian regime? It's not like Venezuela where you kidnap one guy. You can't just shoot their missiles from the air. This is a hardened, fortified regime. They're underground. They build their missiles underground in underground cities. And they're not these little tunnels like Hamas digs. They're actually like cities. These are fortresses underground, and they're dug in. You want to kidnap the Ayatollah? We don't even know where he is. Maduro, they clocked him. They knew. The Ayatollah, they couldn't find him last year. So this is not Venezuela. This is not Assad. This is not Gaddafi. This is a serious country with a serious capability and military. And if you want to overthrow this government, it's going to involve armed resistance, probably from the Kurds, from Balochistan, from ISIS, from maybe some kind of liberal opposition, supplemented by U.S. air power. But even that won't be enough. I really, truly believe that in the end, it is going to demand some kind of U.S. ground force. And I know that sounds crazy.
That would suck.
And it sounds unlikely, but you will not achieve a regime change without actually putting the boots on the ground. You cannot defeat an army by just dropping some bombs. If you can't do it against Hezbollah, you're not going to do it against Iran. If you can't do it against Assad, you can't do it against Iran. And what I'm worried about, again, is that we are set in this tit for tat, reciprocal escalation for which there is no off-ramp. And Israel is holding our hand, walking us down the road towards an inevitable war. Now, what happened this week is that the protests got crushed, and now it seems that if the United States bombs Iran, a couple of things are going to happen. First of all, Iran is no longer completely vulnerable. And if we hit Iran now, it might actually rally the pro-regime forces. Bombing Iran's government might actually have the opposite of the intended effect. So that's one. Two, and this is really important. If we bomb Iran, Iran will retaliate against U.S. bases, maybe against Israel, depending on who hits them and where and when. Iran is going to strike back against Israel, certainly against U.S. bases. And if they launch hundreds of missiles, if it is a legitimate retaliation, you're going to need an aircraft carrier. You're going to need destroyers there to intercept and detect these missiles. If you want to put on a competent, successful defense of Israel or Al Udeid in Qatar or other U.S. bases in the region, you're going to want actually a real force package, which we do not have. There's no carrier strike group there. We don't have enough boats over there. You want to go to war with Iran or risk a war with Iran, you need some element of deterrence. And even in April 24, in July 24, when we were at risk of intervening against Iran, Biden brought out the big guns to deter a more forceful retaliation. Without those military assets in the region, theoretically, we're pretty vulnerable. Israel's pretty vulnerable. So do they attack Iran, risk an escalation without the necessary force package? You risk actually this reversal where you galvanize the pro-regime forces. And so now Israel and all the Gulf countries are lobbying Washington to hold back on a strike. And this is from the Times of Israel. It says, quote, Israeli and Arab officials have suggested the Trump administration hold off on striking Iran for now, believing the Islamic Republic may not be sufficiently weak in order for an American attack to topple it. The network says the Israeli and Arab officials prefer the U.S. wait to strike Iran until the Iranian regime is further stretched. According to NBC, Israeli officials told their American interlocutors that they strongly support regime change and U.S. efforts to bring it about, but are worried that foreign military action may not be enough. They also reportedly suggested the U.S. act in other ways to destabilize the regime and support the protesters who and the Islamic Republic until strikes could have a decisive role. Among the actions that NBC says Israel proposed are assisting Iranians get around the communications shutdown, toughening economic sanctions, engaging in a cyber attack, or launching targeted strikes against specific senior leaders in Iran that could spur Israel, and the Arabs don't even want us to intervene. Notably, however, the United Arab Emirates seems to be ambivalent. They seem to want us to do it.
That's weird.
But every other country is telling us hurt their economy more, ratchet up the pressure on sanctions, secondary sanctions, the 25% tariff against Iran's trading partners. They're saying conduct cyber attacks, assassinate key figures,
and
make it ripe for regime change, and then go in March.
I'm not down
and here's
with
the
this
timeline.
idea. Fuck
Israel and Trump are very conscious of the fact that this is a midterm election year. You don't want to roll the dice right before the election. You don't want to give the Democrats a layup and say that Trump is bringing us to war in Iran. You don't want to take the chance.
Because they'll beat
So both
it to
Israel
death.
and the United States know that whatever we're going to do, if we're going to do anything, it needs to happen probably before the summer. So I think the timeline for a U.S. strike on Iran is probably the spring, like March. I think they're going to ratchet up the economic pressure. There's going to be some kind of action will take place this week, I think. Something's going to happen.
He's usually right.
Well, I don't know if it'll be a missile strike, but it'll be something. And they will use those other means, those non-kinetic means, cyber, economic, psychological, whatever. They'll get it ready. And then in February or March, when we put a couple of carrier strike groups in the region, that's when you're going to get another provocation. Whether it's an uprising, Israel fears a preemptive attack, you're going to get all that propaganda. And rest assured, we're going back in. And we're going back in because the tension has not been resolved.
God damn it.
Iran was building the nukes. We bombed the nukes. Okay, well, now they're rebuilding their missiles, so we got to bomb the missiles. Okay, well, they're going to rebuild them after that.
Yeah.
Once you neuter the regime, what do? You topple it.
We have to let them defend
And what's
themselves.
really interesting is watching J.D. Vance squirm. You know the vice president is dying to become president. J.D. Vance, more than anything, and so does everybody else in the GOP matrix, they want Vance to be the president. And Vance knows this stuff is going to absolutely destroy his chances in 28. If we put boots on the ground in Iran, he is fucked.
He is.
And so what has been absolutely delicious to witness is J.D. Vance distancing himself from this all the time. You know, I saw this story in the Washington Post. J.D. Vance says that he's very concerned. He doesn't want boots on the ground. He's lobbying against intervention. And his people are slipping those stories. His people are planting those stories.
Yeah, because
and they did it last year too.
To...
They want everybody to know JD doesn't want a war. JD lobbied Trump not to go to war because he knows where this is headed. He knows the road we're going down. He knows it leads to a war. And he knows he is going to absolutely own it in 28. He is going to have to own it. And there's nowhere you can run. He's going to try to blame it on Rubio. Come 27, 28, he's going to say, well, that was Marco's profile.
He absolutely is trying to create distance between himself and any sort of action in Iran because nobody's going to vote for this guy if he warmongers us into Iran or if he goes along with it. I mean, he's going along with it, but he's trying to make it seem like he's not.
Or that was Marco's portfolio.
I can't
Vance is
going to
say, I was handling all that other stuff like Charlie Kirk's funeral and mass deportations and cracking down on Antifa. That's Marco's portfolio. He managed the Venezuelan regime change and the war in Iran and, you know, all the other stuff. And you can bet 100% that is the play. Because I see this every day this week. It's a new thing. Vance says Vance is against it. Vance is, nevertheless, he persisted. He doesn't want a war with Iran. Yeah, because he knows it's his fat ass in 28 if we get one.
Yep.
So
I don't understand.
You know,
how
he
they're
should be
already
more
talking
concerned
about
with
him.
just stopping a war with Iran than convincing everybody that he tried to.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. Just fucking make sure it doesn't
But we'll
happen.
see. So that's
Then
my
you can
prediction
be
on Iran. That's my outlook. I think that something is going to happen this week. I don't think it will be a missile strike, but I think we are going to increase the posture over there, and we're going to get something in the next couple of months. They got to get it out of the way before the midterms. Israel's been asking for it, and they're going to get it. Israel gets what they ask for. And obviously, I oppose this. I am not in favor of regime change in Iran. Everybody calls me a neocon. Let me put this very simply for you.
Their way.
If it's an intervention in the hemisphere that our country is
Over
in,
us.
I'm probably in favor of it. If it's an intervention on the half of the world that our country is not in, I'm probably against it.
Absolutely.
People say that's a flip-flop. People say that's a contradiction.
It's a rule of thumb.
People say this is, you know, I say some good things, some bad things. It's really very simple. If the intervention is happening between the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean and the Americas, I probably think it's a good idea. Greenland, Panama, Cuba, Venezuela, sure. If it's an intervention on the side of the planet that we don't live in,
finally,
that we're separated from by an ocean on either side that has nothing to do with us, probably against it. War in Iran, war in Ukraine, war in Congo, probably against it.
Yeah, we don't have any business.
But people are
there.
saying that's a flip-flop. One day he says he's in favor of Venezuela. The next he says he's against Iran. Yeah. It's called Monroe Doctrine, hemispheric defense, what we've always been in favor of. Iran is all the way over there. Doesn't really pose a threat to us. Venezuela, Cuba, they're right here. You could throw a rock and hit Cuba.
The Americas are
and they're
our
getting their oil
wheelhouse.
from Venezuela. Like it's right.
Fortress America. That's our fucking wheelhouse. That's all we need to be truly concerned with. And so that really, I don't see a flip-flop in that. That makes perfect sense to me.
The country that needs to be restrained is Israel. Israel is pushing this. The subversion, the destabilization, the march towards war. This is what Israel wants. This is in their best interest. It really doesn't matter for us. With Saudi Arabia, with Egypt, with all these other countries, we could work with Iran just like we worked with Saudi Arabia. People say it's an Islamist country that kills women and gays. It's like, dude, we are allies with Saudi Arabia for 100 years. You think it's impossible to be allied with a theocracy? Of course we could have a working relationship with Iran. Of course we could.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just has to be built up over time with mutual assurances, trust. The country that is undermining that relationship is Israel because they want us to do their bidding. They want to sabotage that, and they want to take that off of the table so that our only option is a decisive military confrontation, which happens to be the only way Israel is going to get rid of Iran. So I don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb, but I also don't support regime change. I like the nuclear deal. Let him have a nuclear deal. You can build a balancing architecture between them and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so they're
Saudi Arabia could get a
Israel.
nuclear program. Iran has a nuclear program. Just have some kind of trigger mechanism. If Iran reaches a certain point, then the Saudis and the Emiratis activate theirs. Like, wouldn't that be better than another ground war in the Middle East?
Fuck yes. Infinitely
It's crazy.
better.
But it is this
Infinitely
country
better.
that has been trying to prevent that from happening. They need to be restrained. And if we could hold them back, then we could do what we want with Iran.
These Muslim countries, they're just being beaten down by Israel, and they're just begging for us to make it stop. Like, please just let us live. This is our area, and these bullies won't leave us the hell alone.
Anyway, that's that. But I do want to move on. We're going to take a look at our super chats. We'll see what you guys have to say. Were we having some technical difficulties or something? I could have swore I saw some drop frames. Yeah, the stream keeps freezing. What the fuck is up with Rumble,
See,
man?
it's not my fault.
So
I fucking
ghetto.
told you guys.
We were dealing with this in December. I go live every night.
Ghetto, my dudes.
And the stream's freezing up. The stream's freezing. Drop
it's
frames
not
is
me, I
what is
promise.
that? That's
What even
crazy.
is
I didn't even
that?
know. People are saying,
What
yes,
even
I
is
had
that,
no
bro?
idea. I glanced over. I'm like, the viewership's not super high tonight.
Yeah.
And then I see, I have my phone in my pocket.
Makes
Usually
me
I have
look
it
bad.
here.
Makes me look like a fucking jerk
My
off.
guy's texting me. Oh, yeah, the stream's like freezing.
Bullshit.
Okay. So no contract and the fucking shit doesn't work. That's crazy. No, that's crazy, though.
Right? You know he makes
How
them a
about
boatload
that, huh?
of money.
Chris Pavlovsky.
Buku bucks.
Nick Shirley, we would love to give you a deal to come on Rumble. Hey, oh, what about me? We forgot about the other Nick. Did you forget about the other Nick that's actually
Wang
pulling
half.
millions of viewers to your fucking platform?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Fuck off.
Nick Shirley. And I like Nick Shirley. I talked to him. He seems like a good guy. But it's...
To be honest, he doesn't seem all that smart. Maybe it's just because he's a little ignorant, but I like the kid, and I think he tries hard, and, you know, I actually have a lot of admiration for him, but he doesn't seem like he's the brightest.
Crazy. I'm on this
got
generational
balls.
run. Million views. I'm bringing millions of viewers to your platform. Nick Fuentes, who? I don't know who that is. Never heard of him. Nick Shirley, please, can we suck your dick? We will give you a contract. We would love to pay you to make... Oh, hey, what about me? I'm the one bringing millions of viewers here already for fucking free. What is that? I am
That's
treated...
just like a phalanx, my nigga.
You guys don't even realize. I am treated like I am black.
Locked together.
I am like a black man during Jim Crow. Not even a joke. And I know a lot of you guys think that because I got really popular this year or last year, that's all over now. It so isn't. It really isn't. Case in point, it's like I'm your #1 streamer by far. No phone call, no text, no contract, no pay. It's unheard of. It's insane.
It is crazy.
Could you imagine if you were like the #1 customer of any company?
Yeah.
And they didn't give you a fucking note? You're like a Marriott Bonvoy member and they give you a fucking bar of chocolate when you check into a hotel. I'm your #1 live streamer, maybe by far.
And he just
#1,
neglected.
#2, whatever. Nothing. What?
How can that
And
be?
it's because I'm Nick Fuentes and I'm like black. You know, separate but equal.
Separate but equal.
And it's like even people that I know treat me like they don't know me sometimes. They act like they don't know me. And I'm not going to get too specific, but even close friends of mine act like they don't know me because I'm...
It is crazy, but these social media companies, they do exactly what restaurants and stuff did in segregation. We withhold the right to refuse service. We can't have segregation, but we can still have our right to refuse service. It's fucking bullshit.
I'm still a nigga, okay? I was a nigga last year. I'm still a nigga. 2026, still a nigga. Is it, new year, new me. Am I a man? Nope. Still a nigga. Nope. Am I a citizen?
He's a wang app, though.
No, it's crazy. So anyway, that's just insane. The Nick Shirley thing, I was like, wow. Hate me.
Fucking
Nick Shirley, please.
Stupid ass
We'll
stream.
pay you money to stream on our platform. Whoa, did you forget about the Nick that's on your platform? Hello.
The wang half on your
insane.
platform.
Actually insane. And then is broke. And then it doesn't even work. It's like, okay, first time having a live stream award.
Dude.
Crashing out a little.
Flipperboat 20.
Oh, whoops. I don't have my headphones in. All right, we're going to take a look at the super chats. I'm going to stop.
It's funny, he
complaining.
rambles.
Stop my belly aching.
He'll be like, oh, we're moving on, and then he doesn't move on for 30
Yeah, the
minutes.
things, somebody texted me last night. Give me a hard time. Oh, you got McDonald's Wi-Fi. It's not me, it's Rumble. I didn't even know it was happening last night. It's happening again tonight. We got to have a little talking to. Like, what do we got to do to make this damn ass
Right, get some fucking
website work?
service.
ZZZZZZZ2 sent $21. Mass illegal immigration is genuinely a massive economic strain on the poorest people in this country and benefit of corporations. Increased mass rental demand raises rent prices on one-bedrooms, studios by 20% in cities, $3,000 more paid in rent annually. How the fuck do we communicate this to Nazi resistance retards?
Retards. I love that shit. It's funny.
Here's the thing. The thing is, they're just like post-truth. These are people that just don't care. For them, it's all about vibes. They're not even thinking like that. They don't even care. You read the replies of any post, and a lot of the anti-Semitic content is just like,
Bile.
it's just the lowest IQ stuff about Jews.
Bile.
And they don't really care, you know. It's literally just a grab bag of cheap, easy engagement farming, anti-Israel stuff. Like, I'll give you an example. When Maduro was kidnapped, I went in my group chat and I said, watch, I could go and tweet something so facile, like, should have been Netanyahu. 100 trillion likes. Easy, I'll print them. I literally said, I went in my group chat, I said, if I went on Twitter and posted some completely facile, inane, cheap, obvious, if I made it about Israel in some way, I will print 400 billion likes, 400 trillion impressions. And sure enough, that's what all these idiots were doing. We should do that to Netanyahu. The regime change we should be doing is in Israel. And it's like, aren't you guys sick of that? Like, yeah, we got it, okay? I've been red-pilled for a long time. We know, okay? And all these people could do is just the same shit every day. Maybe Hitler had a point. No, we've been lied to about World War II. Israel's actually bad. Every day, it's the same grab bag slop of the same. It's like, we got it. Do you have anything else to say? You know, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but some of these people, they don't know anything about anything. All they know is how to press that button. You go to one of these people, you say, hey, what does Congress do? What's the difference between the House of Representatives and the Senate? Could you tell me?
The House of Representatives.
And they would not be able to. They'd say, so the House is the Jews and the Senate is.
And it's supposed to be elected by the state.
So House is AIPAC, the Senate is the ADL. Like, they wouldn't be able to tell you. But every day they could just press the button. Oh, kiss the wall. Oh, another war for the Jews. Oh, that's the only thing they know how to do. Just keep it coming all day. Keep it coming every day, all day. Same shit, same talking points.
For all of us.
And it never gets deeper.
Declaration.
They don't really even have anything to say about it. It's not nuanced. It's not sophisticated. They don't even really have a worldview. It's just kind of like this vague, like it's a handful of signals they're putting out.
That's American as fuck.
And that's why a lot of them are getting their asses kicked in these debates, because that's all they know how to do. So anyway. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. There's a lot of it. Some of it's anonymous and some of it is real people, but like, it's so pathetic. And I just won't like do it anymore. I'm not going to do it. It's been going on for a few years. And, look, there was a time when that was valuable. People say, well, you created this problem.
Welcome
maybe
aboard.
guilty as charged. But there was a time when this was necessary. There was a time when it was so suppressed and everything. But it's different now. It was, but it isn't anymore. It was that way, and now it isn't. And now we need to keep evolving, and that doesn't mean people think I'm telling everybody, like, never talk about Jews. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, we need to have more to say than just be able to press that button.
Exactly.
We should have kidnapped Netanyahu instead. It's like, okay, what does that do for anybody? It's not even factual. That's just like, it's almost just like taking the piss. Like, okay, like, yeah, posted it again award.
It's stupid.
We kidnapped Maduro. We should have kidnapped Netanyahu. Oh, we went to war? It's for the Jews. Like, okay, got it. Like, everyone's heard that now. Everyone knows now.
Welcome aboard.
Your dad knows that now. Like, your grandpa knows that now. So, anyway, that's the thing. A lot of these people, they're just not political creatures. Like, they don't care about politics. They don't know about politics. They don't care that they don't know about politics. They just don't know. So, anyway.
Cali Groy percent $25. Did you see the Jews are burning down Argentina's forest?
No, is that real? Is that happening? Is that
Sir
true?
Q Jillings 271K sent $50. Clav and Neon play basketball together and well. He could definitely learn a thing or two from you. Amy Fuentes or Nicholas Dangerfield? Fageldick sent
Very
$20.
good.
I saw a clip of you saying smoking weed will make you lazy, fat and gay. I haven't smoked since. Thanks for bullying me out of a bad habit.
Great.
We are sending in 2026. Also PLS makes salmon pink merch for the girls. I really want a pink wank jacket.
Ew, you were a girl that smoked weed? Bro, never tell anybody that. Dude, do not tell anybody that. Take that out of the Carfax. Ew. There's nothing more gross than a girl that smokes weed. It's pathetic when a guy smokes weed, but when a girl smokes weed, so trashy. So trashy,
It is.
so gross.
Anytime women do stuff like that, it's trashy. Cigarettes.
Worse when a woman is a whore.
Yeah.
It's bad when a guy gets a tattoo. It's far
It's
worse
vulgar
when a girl gets a
when
tattoo.
women do it.
Bad when a guy smokes pot. Worse when a girl smokes. It's all like, sorry, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. Never tell anybody that. You got to take that to the grave. Oh my gosh, I haven't smoked any weed. What is wrong with you? You like fucking some Mexican? Offensive, but like, that's just so trashy. Because that kind of thing, it always goes hand in hand. Like, you know, a guy smokes you out, you give him a blowjob. Like, the whoredom and the weed thing typically goes hand in hand. So
the
yeah,
whore
you just
thing and the weed thing.
yeah, that's gross.
They go hand.
That's
in
disgusting.
hand.
Honestly, you should just keep smoking weed. You're cooked. You should just keep smoking weed because that's cooked.
It's too late.
That's gonna be hard to overlook. You should just go. You should just go back into it. Might as well. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Good for you. I'm glad you stopped doing it, but I'm sorry. I don't mean to shame you. Great. I'm glad you don't smoke weed anymore, but that's really gross.
Iron Wolf sent $50. 2-part super chat. Mark Felton has a very cool video going into detail about the possibility that Hitler's actual charred remains may be in a known mass grave under the parking lot in the Führer bunker vicinity. The bunker's SS soldiers were not dumb enough to dump their boss's and Eva's body in a hole directly in front of the bunker's exit. Post-war. Iron Wolf sent $50. Post-war, Spear stated that one of Hitler's biggest fears in his last days was that the Soviets would desecrate his and Eva's corpses, like Mussolini's. Hitler would have definitely had a plan in place to make sure his body wasn't captured.
Okay, who cares? Like, literally, who cares? Thank
Archaic
you,
Commodus sent $25. Nick, crazy idea, but what if we reinstituted slavery and gave blacks free healthcare and food in exchange for personal freedoms? The industry will be highly regulated and you will need to pass a mental exam and have a degree in business management in order to own slaves. Black crime and civil rights will be a thing of the past.
I don't really like
Fake
the
Merrill
idea.
sent $20. Hi Nick, hope you're doing well. You look so cute with a beard. Red heart emoji. Happy New Year.
No, stop.
Stop
Thanks. Do I
it.
really look cute? Or are you just saying that? I don't know. I don't think it looks great. My hair is too short, as always. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I need a stylist to help me because I love my barber, but like, it's chopped. Like, it's totally
chopped.
But hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Happy
Faith Merrill
New
Stalker
Year.
sent $20. I've been doing a lot of research on this project I've been working on. We know where she lives.
Okay, come on now.
Demetrius sent $20. Daniel Hakakatyu is an Islamic extremist who has come out in support of the execution of Christians who blaspheme Muhammad, child marriage, cousin marriage, and the Islamization of America. Why you even remotely thought that radical Islamists could be allies of Christians or America?
Well, that's because you're dumb.
Basil the Negro Slayer sent $25. Dear Nick, given the recent wave of dark incarnations of political movements, X, Dark MAGA, Dark Brandon, and most recently Dark Woke, what would need to unfold before a Dark America first emerges too? Now that Punishnik has finally surfaced, might the time soon be upon? Gino sent $75. You need a big crucifix or Catholic ornaments in your studio to represent. Christus Rex. Have you seen Timothy Gordon's Catholic documentary on feminism? Post-war consensus is death-changing. More and more World War II movies and books from the German perspective last several of years. The shame is disappearing. I like the J.D. Vance look.
Horrible, insufferable.
Insufferable.
You need a huge crucifix or a Catholic ornament.
Or you're just
Christus
not
Rex.
Christian
And then the
enough.
Latin, love it. Holy LARP. Yeah. Because if there's anything you get from the gospel, it's like we need more outward demonstrations of piety. The one thing that the gospel is really clear on is like it doesn't matter. Like the one message that I take away from the gospel as a Catholic is that it doesn't matter what you say or do. What matters is your outward demonstrations of your piety with decorations. Like that's my takeaway from the gospel too. And the use of Latin. Thank you very much for
America
that.
First Grower
Really good
$100.
idea.
Leave us.
We have that. I have a giant statue of Jesus right over here. It's just not, I don't like knickknacks. I don't like knickknacks on stuff. That was my rule when we built the set. I said no knickknacks. So it's a plain wall. It's a plain window. We're not signaling anything. This is just a set. Thank you, though. Good idea.
America First Grower % $100. Lena's Law. Mewing and spamming abs all 2026. R.I.P. Christine. Praying gesture emoji.
Wow,
Dove
thank
emoji.
you for the big super chat. Lean is law. Lean is the law of the land. Mewing for everybody. If you can't lose weight, get on Reddit True Tide. Look, try to lose weight by not being a disgusting pig. You know how easy it is to lose weight? It's so easy. I lost 10 pounds in like a few weeks. I just stopped eating. Easy. It's called self-control. It's called discipline. I just stopped eating. You know what I would eat? I would eat a little bowl of soup. That's it. 10 pounds. Easy. Knocked it out.
Nice. Way to go, big dog.
Some of you disgusting pigs, you need to get on drugs to lose weight. Let's just try not eating. Try not stuffing your face with food. And if you can't do that,
just try not eating.
Get on GLP. GLP-1s.
That's fucking whack.
Weaver Rising sent $100. Praying for a safe and successful year for you. Nick.
Hey, thank you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate the big super chat.
Midnight Squirrel sent $500.
Hey!
This show is pretty good.
Whoa, thank you for the huge super chat. 07's in the chat for Midnight Squirrel. Thank you for the massive super chat. God bless.
Nick's Pet sent $25. Nick, please play Fortnite with me and my friend. We love your show. Hard hands emoji. Check your DM smile hashtag give Fortnite now.
Check your DM.
Lebanese English Grower % $20. Seems that the main angle that's been pushed as of late on X is to make you seem inconsistent and that you change your mind all the time. Do you think this is organic or is it an organized narrative? I don't understand how anyone with above 85 IQ who's watched the show could see it that way. People don't understand nuance.
Oh, it's definitely organized. And if you look, it's all the ACP people. All those accounts pushing that, in their bio, it's all American Communist Party, ACP.
Ugh.
So they're all doing that because they see me as their biggest enemy. And they know that I'm encroaching on their turf. These left-wing pieces of shit know that I'm encroaching on their turf by like criticizing Trump and being against genocide and blah, blah. And now they're using that standard to hang me by saying, oh, well, you're an imperialist. So it's all left-wing scum pushing that in a very organized way. I don't care.
Big super chat sent $20. Oy vey, thanks for the huge super chat that gets 5 big N-bombs.
Boom, boom. I dropped a few yesterday. I didn't mean to. Looking back, wasn't the best idea, but you stop doing the show for 2 weeks and you just forget, you know. You're not in front of a camera and you get used to it. So I'm dropping the N-word a lot more in real life. Then I come back on the show and I'm like, whoops, didn't mean to say that 100 times.
Melbourne Grow I % $20. Evening, Nick. It's my 19th in a few days. In 30 years' time, I will slime out all my day ones and run a puppet regime in Australia on behalf of the American Empire 07.
Awesome. Yeah, you see about the National Social...
Oh, you're fasting. That's... Gosh.
I'm truly shocked at the results. Did you see this? The National Socialist Network had to officially disband because the government outlawed like Hitler salutes. And Joel Davis is like a political prisoner in solitary confinement forever. It's unfortunate. I have to say, I'm truly shocked and surprised. You know, I thought their strategy of wearing all black and saying, ban niggers, not knives. I don't know. I thought that would lead to them galvanizing most of the country to like take over the government. And I'm surprised that instead the government simply made them illegal and threw them all in jail.
Dude,
I'm really
England
surprised at the result because they were all telling me like, you're a cuck, you're an optics cuck. I know you're trying to go mainstream, but that's not hardcore enough. And I was like an idiot telling them, you're going to get thrown in jail. That's never going to work. I'm truly surprised that this has happened. You know what's funny? You know that clip when I say, how can you call it a movement when you have no motion? Do you know I was talking about Joel Davis in that clip? Because he disagreed with me and I was trash talking him on Telegram and he replied and he's like, you're being really mean. I know the movement will have my back against this uncivil discourse. And I said, there is no movement. I said, I'm the movement. I said, the movement will have your back. There's no movement except for me. How can you call it a movement when you have no motion? That's where that came from. And now, well, he's in prison. So, and I'm not happy about that. It's horrible what they're doing to him, but you know, that he thought he was better than me. He was so smug all the time. Who do you think you are, big shot? He's got the pit vipers on. Like, you're an antisocial freak. Who do you think you are? So he was always talking to me so arrogant and smug. It's like, so first of all, I'm successful and you're not. Like, let's just start here. I am one of the most influential people in the world empire.
On the right, for sure.
On our side of this thing.
Yeah.
And you are in Australia doing retard rallies. Like, so let's just start with a little respect. Let's put a little respect on my name first.
Huh.
And well, you know, this has been the debate though for many, many, many years. You know, same as it ever was.
Same as
People
it ever was.
the Goyim long to dress up in costumes. The Goyim long to role play. They just want to put on the costume and take a picture of themselves. Stupid Goyim want to dress up like the Joker. They want to dress up like Patrick Bateman. They want to dress up like Hitler. They want to dress up like the Nazis. They long for the role play. They want to get in a big field and play make-believe. Bah, bah, I shot you. You're dead.
Yeah.
And we have to, as Goyim, we have to be better than that. We have to move beyond. Somebody says Joel is smarter than Nick. Well, he's in prison, so I don't know if he's that much smarter then. We have to move beyond our infantile need to play dress up and play make-believe. We have to live in the world in which we inhabit, the real world. Dressing up is not going to save anything. Cargo culting, a German workers' party from 100 years ago, is not the move. Culting. The move is to analyze how power works in our time, the political system, the particular conditions, and to try to increase your power as much as possible through whatever means. That's politics. And if you're not ready, if that's not sexy enough for you, if that doesn't get you jazzed up, if that doesn't get a raging boner for you, well, I don't know, man. Go and volunteer for the army. Go and be a cop. You know what's easier? Just go and be a cop. You want to wear a uniform and chase people and get your heart pounding? Go and be a cop.
Yeah, if you're an adrenaline junkie.
You want to achieve political change? Get ready for a lot of long, boring days, convoluted, difficult problems. Frustration, setbacks, that's just what it is. So.
Base Tire Stempler sent $20. Now that you've given your commendatory thoughts on James Fishback, these lemming-esque morons on X and in the GC can finally stop calling me a Jew and a naive idiot for appreciating his messaging. It's one thing to be skeptical and another thing to never favor anyone ever for fear of falling for it. IQ filter IMO. Bacon Eggs sent $20. Do you like cats?
No, I hate cats. I think they're cute, but I would never live with one. One, I'm allergic to them. And two, I'm really paranoid about the whole parasite thing. Don't they say that cats have all these like parasites and it makes spinsters go crazy?
You have parasites.
So to me, they're dirty and they're mean and I don't like them. They're cute. There's some cats that used to hang around my house and they're kind of funny, but I'm not a cat guy. Okay. Wait a second. I think, did I hear something that way? I'm not a cat guy. I'm not no, but I never loved cats. I like dogs. I love dogs. Love dogs. Dogs are man's best friend. What is better than a dog? I like dogs more than I like women.
Yet you had a rabbit.
I like dogs more than I like probably children, more than I like most people, I think. Dogs are the best because they just love you. Dogs just love you.
Unconditionally, yeah.
They want to hang out with you. They literally just want to be your friend. So I'm very partial to dogs. Huge dog person. I've always been, well, not always. When I was a kid, I hated dogs. But when my family got a dog, I became a dog person. Now I love them. I love them to death. Love dogs. And dogs love me. Dogs love me because they know I'm a good person. Dogs love me because they could sense I have a gentle
I don't think it's dogs can sense
cats,
whether or not you're a good person.
Gross. But cats are mean. Not a fan.
Matt US sent $25.
They can tell if you're spooked by a dog or if you're scared. They can tell that, and that can lead to some shit. But I don't think they can actually although they do usually spot bad people.
Of doing in-person events, but we can't let the radical left win. In-person events such as IPAC and expanding into local chapters are a very necessary evolution of this movement for the sense of community and growth it'll bring. This movement is all many young men have in their lives right now.
Yeah, see, that's just rhetoric. Here's the problem. You have no ability to think in terms of like systems. This is just rhetoric. We can't let the radical left win. Okay, so you have to think, how do you defeat the radical left? It's not enough to say, like, would do anything. This is just necessary. Okay, why? Here's what happens. You set up an America First chapter. Some libtard goes, James O'Keefe style, films everybody. They all lose their jobs. Period. End of story. That's what happens.
Yep.
We have some of them are inevitably going to go. They get seen there, photographed there. They all lose their jobs. And like we can't afford all these setbacks. We're building a cadre. The word is cadre. We are building a cadre of professionals, money people,
a cadre.
bureaucrats.
It's like a male version of a coven.
And we need them to all be, waving the flag, but quietly. Ideologically loyal, personally loyal. We need them to do it discreetly, quietly, underground, undercover. And people are making advances, but if they raise their head above the ground, they're going to get their heads cut off. It's like
raise their head above the parapet.
Whack-a-mole, so we got to stay underground.
Brock Van Cleave sent $20. How do I be more white? Stone Grim Reaper sent $20.
Okay.
America First.
Yeah.
Go Hyper Mom Grateful for Nick sent $25. My teenage son and I have learned so much from you. I've been very ill for many years, and beyond what I've learned from you, you've made me laugh when I didn't think it was possible. I also admire your integrity, which not many people have or seem to value these days. You have a wonderful heart, Nick. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. That's a very nice message. I'm sorry to hear about your illness. I get it. My mom's been sick for a few years now, and it's brutal, So we're praying for you. I'm sorry to hear that, but God bless you. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much.
Waldo39 sent $20. Rip Kristen, as fellow combat veteran. She is a hero. God bless America First. Latin cross emoji. USA emoji.
Yes, R.I.P. Christine in Ohio. The best among us.
Cookie Sim sent $25. Renee Good is just George Floyd, but for women.
Very true. Well, and for just like stupid idiots. Not even. You see those women go up, and the women said, it just feels like wrong because we don't need like white tears. That's so funny. So Tucker Carlson thinks it's a tragedy. The far left shows up and says, should we mourn her death because she's white? Like, these are the people you're mourning. Like, Tucker says that this idiot bitch getting killed is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. No. It's a tragedy. Can we all just stop politicizing it and recognize how sad it is that a woman has died? And dude, her comrades, her compatriots, other white women and nigs and whoever, they go there and they go, should we feel bad for her? Because she's like a white woman.
She kind of got what she deserved.
And you feel sorry for these people? They get what they have coming all day.
Yeah,
so not even. Because here's the difference. George Floyd dies and blacks riot. George Floyd dies, niggas riot. We riot for George. This girl dies, they don't care at all. They don't care. They don't care. Niggas are not rioting for some white girl.
Hell no.
White women are not rioting for some white girl. No one's rioting for her. There's some little there's some little protest going on, but nothing like the Summer of Love. That just goes to show how little they mean.
That's how it should be.
To their own side.
A woman has no business
I love the show
doing
yesterday.
that.
Very well articulated. God bless.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad you liked it.
A woman with
it's my birthday
kids
today. I'm turning 22,
at a
and it's been
fucking
pretty good birthday.
protest.
I feel like I'm getting older, but
All
staying
right.
stationary in
Messing
my life.
with the cops.
2026 is the year to lock in. I will change.
Hey, well, happy birthday. Yes, well, your 20s go by very fast. I'm nearing the end of mine.
Damn sure do.
And, life goes very fast. You turn 18 and then your life just goes in a blink. Everyone talks about this, but your childhood feels like it's forever. And then you turn 18 and it's like, and it's important to just do something with your time every day.
Absolutely.
Something. A skill, a hobby, education, whatever, but just don't waste time. Shit. You will regret immensely all of the wasted time. I've wasted so much time, but the one thing I do every day is I turn on the camera and I go live. And if you do something like that every day and you put effort in and you work on it and you invest in yourself and, you know, it's different for everybody, but you do what you got to do. And we all know what we got to do.
Play the banjo.
You will feel very good about where you are. You will be farther along than you otherwise would have been. So don't look at, I'm very against like the New Year's resolution thing because you have to change the habits. People say, well, I'm going to change in the new year. You have to change today. Today is the same in 2025, 2026, 2027. You just have to start to do it and get those reps and develop the consistency. So you're 22, you're young, you know, you're not running out of time, but you should use your time. Make time your ally by investing in yourself every day. Yeah, you know, and whatever that means, your future in one way or another.
Aeronauts,
I always think of not getting caught in a rut where you just get caught in a schedule like 9 to 5 work. You come home, play video games, do nothing. So your life is just a series of fucking routines. Oh my God. Your life will disappear.
I just love Latina so much. Nick, you don't understand. My kryptonite. I'd give national secrets to a Latina Betty.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't think Latinas are that hot.
Yeah, not.
And I don't think you're, I think you're kind of an idiot for saying that.
They got the roast beef.
These stupid idiots go online and they say, I just love Latinas. Like this is an interesting opinion. Do you think that makes you interesting or quirky? It doesn't. This is just the most.
It makes you a mud shark.
We've all heard this a million times and it's bullshit. Like Latinas are not hotter than white women at all. It probably goes white women, Asian women, Latina women is like, maybe that's the ranking.
They're like discount BOGO white women.
So I love when people post slop like this. They say, I want a Latina baddie. It's like, you're the most boring, basic ass bitch I've ever seen in my life.
Boring,
you have all these chuds.
Bitch.
You know what I really hate? Let me tell you what I really hate more than anything.
And they have a fucking shit attitude.
I see these idiot
fucking lame.
beta male white guy saying, can a white boy catch a vibe? How emasculated and cucked can you possibly?
Seriously.
And then to say, can a white boy catch a vibe? And what does that even mean? Like you're a stupid, silly pussy?
Think about this. When they call you white boy, like if you called a black person boy, would they not take that as a slight against them? Why do we let them call us white boy? Like, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Who you calling boy, bitch?
Like, because that's obviously what that means. You're a beta male, self-conscious white person, and you're saying, I'm a joke. You're saying, I'm an embarrassing joke. I'm a silly joke.
I'm
a
not
joke. Cool.
Laugh at me.
I'm not threatening. I'm not dangerous.
You can do whatever you want to me. I'm a white
silly
guy.
Bitch. That's what you're saying.
No.
Can a white boy catch a vibe? Can a silly little pussy, like that's what you're calling yourself.
Sure.
And it's diminutive, and I hate that stuff. So there's this whole like white boy thing. That's why white ass nigga was different. Because white ass nigga was saying like, I'm gonna say like black people are not gonna like this. I'm not your boy. I'm not white boy. I'm not white boy of the year.
No,
you know, I'm
nigga.
not a white boy. Okay,
don't try.
I am a white ass nigger. Okay, we're going to offend you. You're not going to like it. I'm going hard as fuck. It's not, hey, can this white boy catch a vibe? No, it's like I'm going hard as fuck, nigga. And yeah, we say the N-word now. Problem?
Right.
I hate it so much. Like you know what I'm seeing on TikTok? You know how you like one video and then you just see the same thing over and over on TikTok? I saw a video of like a white guy at an Indian wedding, and I wonder why I got recommended that. But there was like a white guy in an Indian wedding, and the Indians are all doing their dance. You know, the Indians do this like big elaborate dance, and there's a white guy hitting the moves with precision. There's a white guy hitting all the moves. And all the comments are saying, I bet Auntie loves him. I bet the Indian aunties love him. I'm like, what the fuck are we? We are the worst, dude. Like, this is embarrassing. This is bad. This is bad, guys.
This is
Do you know that we used to exterminate entire populations? We used to go to war divide up continents between our countries. And now you're in like an Indian wedding doing some ethnic ritual for spectators on the internet to say, I bet all the Indian aunties love them. And your kids are going to pop out with brown skin and a dot on their head. And you're going to raise them as your own? What the fuck? Like, what is happening? And no one even seems to care. People think it's funny. People think it's all a big joke. White boy of the year. I'm white boy of the year because I'm a silly bitch. That's literally what that means. If you say I'm white boy of the year, you're just, that is
trumpeting to the
self-deprecating.
world. I'm a little bitch.
You're saying I'm a white, and it's racial. You're not saying I'm like a quirked up chungus. You're saying I'm white boy of the year. You're saying I'm like the silliest white bitch of the year. Dude. Look at me. I'm a non-threatening pussy is what you're saying. Can a white boy catch a vibe? Usually when they're like dancing like a black person. Usually when a white guy's dancing like a black person. So can a white boy catch a vibe? I'm a silly, stupid, non-threatening.
White boys
and I
can't
just hate,
jump.
There's something so poisonous about this mentality.
We can't dance
like,
either, man.
Hispanics, blacks, Muslims are dangerous. They're dangerous. They'll kill you. Like, they might kill you. They might cut your head off, shoot you, whatever. And white people are just these like nervous, like doofuses, nervous, silly, no self-confidence. They're not dangerous. That's why I like guys like Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Trump, even murderers or something. It's like, even like Hitler. It's like, I like the idea of white people that are dangerous. Like, don't fuck with Hitler. Hitler kills people, you know? Don't fuck with Clavicular. He'll like run you over with a car. I like these fighters, these UFC fighters. It's like, they'll kill you in the ring. Yep. They're dangerous or bad, you know?
They are.
They're not saying, I'm a white boy. I'm a little white. I hate that so much. I see it on TikTok all the time, and it's these beta male idiots that are all doing it. I'm not an alpha male, but beta male is a very specific personality. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude.
I'm not an alpha male, like, you know, I'm not like a big, huge Chad or whatever, but beta male is like a very specific personality. They're just like this urchin. They're like a barnacle, and they attach onto an alpha male in the hopes that they could get a crumb of pussy or status or whatever.
Yep.
And they're just like, I don't know. That whole
little
like
sidekick
chud beta
of the
male
bully
thing, this whole like Latinas are my weakness. Like, dude, kill yourself. You're a fucking pussy. I just love Latinas so much. It's my kryptonite. Latina baddie. Like you are blondes, a broke faggot pussy, and you should kill yourself today. Like, make a plan. Make your plan to commit suicide tonight. Angels. The important thing when you're considering committing suicide is to have a plan. I'm kidding. Don't commit suicide, but like consider it. No, I'm kidding. Don't even consider it, but
consider it.
You gotta like, someone needs to like kick your ass. Like your dad needs to punch you in the face. Someone needs to punch you in the face. You're gross. You disgust me.
He's not.
I just love Latinas so much. I'd give national secrets to a. You don't have any national secrets because you're a broke loser and you're
friends with
fucking
Sneeko.
faggot.
You know, he doesn't discriminate with his friends.
So right. Good thing we don't have to worry about it. You know,
Nick is, but not Tate.
You can go to Whataburger or something with her and smoke.
Nick, glad to see you're back and doing well. I just wanted to say thanks for everything you do. I went back to the Catholic faith in the past few months, and it's really been helping me find purpose again. God bless you, man.
Love it. Hey, love to hear it, man. God bless.
A leech.
Austin Denny sent $20. I've lost multiple friends in the past 2 to 3 months over me posting about how blacks and Mexicans have taken over our city with used to be predominantly white, and how I feel like a minority in our city. And my mom has not.
Your mom's not talking to you because you're not pro-Trump. Wow, she's loyal.
That's how boomers are.
She's loyal to our president.
My mom
kind
got
of love
indignant
that, though.
too when I was
Don't
like,
you kind of
Trump.
love it that you have boomers that are more loyal to Trump than their own kids?
Dude,
like,
I just
only
said
he
that.
were based. If only we need that kind of loyalty, but for a different kind of leader.
Seriously.
That is what we need. We need people to have like giant portraits of the leader in their house.
Preach, my nigga, preach.
Like I love that Trump has tapped into that, where I saw some grandma died and she bequeathed her condo to Trump. Some like 80-year-old woman in her will, in her inheritance, she left her her condo to Donald Trump to sell for money.
What the fuck?
I love that. Like we need like a true father
so
of the
random.
nation like
Buster
that.
out sent $20. Hey Nick,
Oh,
I find
we're
it super
right
funny how
for
I'm a
it,
proud American
man.
nationalist online, but I'm a light-skinned Dominican
We
with a
just need the right guy with the right type of aura, drip, swagger, whatever you want to call it. But we just need our own, Adolf, I guess you would say.
friends and pulls girls. Sending love from Miami.
Well, what does pulling girls
will go
have to
hard
do
as
with it?
fuck on
Voipers pull
behalf of
girls all the
us.
time. IRL, I'm a light-skinned Dominican with a lot of black friends. Well, look, I got a lot of black friends too. You're just bad. Look, we may not agree on like the ultimate arrangement of the government, but what we have in common is we're based. Like what I represent is just no liberal bullshit.
None.
No feminism, no PC, no liberal nonsense. Like
No apologies.
So people say, well, where do all these black Roipers come from? It's because we're just not liberal pussies. Like that's, and it doesn't necessarily even mean being macho or we agree on every single issue or what. And maybe we agree on a lot of issues, but it's like people just hate the left. People just hate the woke stuff, the feminist stuff.
They're evil.
All that. So,
Ramirez J sent $20. Every time I want to hate on Trump,
Ugh.
he flips some construction worker off. Aura.
So true. So
Duncan
awesome.
95 sent $20. I enjoyed your take on the esoteric and exoteric views of neoconservatives. I implore you to also use this same framework with spirituality and Christian doctrine. Follow the thread of Melchizedek.
Shut up.
Sounds like nonsense.
Muxkim sent $100. Surprised you kept the superchats on after all your December crash outs, CBH.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, thank you for the big super chat. Nice
he's
bait,
not going to do
by
the
the way.
super
Peoria
chats much
61614
longer.
sent $20. Tucker is promoting his Alps on their feed. Trolling.
On whose feed?
The same
What does that
recent-
even? I love when boomers give themselves away when they say things like feed or hits. It got 100,000 hits. I love when boomers give themselves away with these like archaic internet words.
Bookmarking.
Oh, it didn't come up in my feed. I love that. What are some other ones? Hits, feed, maybe like the web. How many of
Bookmarks.
them are there? There's, you know what I'm talking about? There's like they're like archaic internet words from the aughts. Dude, you're going viral. Your video got 50,000 hits.
We need another corporal, whether it be
Dude, it got
Napoleon or the other
75,000
guy.
hits. I think you're going viral, my friend. It's all over the web. I saw it in my feed earlier today. They love that. They love that. Someone says gone viral just in time. Yeah. Oh, no, but that's endearing. We love that.
The same resent $20. As an immigrant from childhood, friends warn me the Groipers will send me back too. If it got to deporting 30-year naturalized citizens, I'd shed a tear of happiness for America. America first.
Oh, that's like fishing. That's a fishing expedition. Bro's like, well, if it comes to deporting people that have been here for 30 years. And what are we supposed to say? No, you're okay, Paco. You could stay. Like, I'm sorry, my friend. You gotta go too.
King Sky 22 sent $20.
Paco.
Go Bears. Orange circle emoji.
You gotta
Dude,
go,
bear
Paco.
down. Fuck the Packers. Fuck the Packers. Bear down. Yo, cheese grater? Can I get a cheese grater? Yeah, dude. Fuck the Packers. I hate the Packers. Bear down. Yes, dude. What's the guy's name? What's the quarterback? Caleb something? Yeah, no, you see that game the other night?
He doesn't support Democrats. He didn't say vote for Kamala
Packers
or
blew a
any of that
20-point lead.
bullshit. He
Fucking
just said, I'm not voting
idiots.
for Trump.
Hell yeah, dude. The Bears are going
is
wild over the weekend. Bears are running wild all over Chicago. You hear that, Packers? Hear that, head coach of the Packers? Yep. Caleb Williams. Yeah. Dude, who am I? What is this?
Napoleonic, hell yeah.
No, but it's it's good to get into it a little bit.
Some Lucky Charms.
We're watching the playoffs. We're watching the big game. You see that game? You see that conversion? I don't know anything about sports at all.
I used to watch a lot of football.
But we
I don't
are
like
enjoying.
how
It doesn't matter, dude. This is Chicago.
Fuck me.
This is the Bears. Fuck the Packers. Fuck Green Bay. Go home. Get knocked. You blew a 20-point lead. You are nothing. We love our Bears over here. We love our Chicago Bears. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes. I love our head coach. He turned his brand around in one season, is what they're saying. That's what the streets are saying. Seahawks? Fuck the Seahawks.
I'm
Packers?
a Lions fan, too.
Fuck the Packers.
My dad's from Michigan.
This is Bear country.
Grand Rapids.
This is the
I have
Bears.
6 aunts there. Like 50 cousins.
Time to bear down and root for the Bears in the playoff game.
Shelbick sent $25. I love
Who
that
are
you're
they playing? I think they're playing the Seahawks next, right? I don't know.
Packers shitters. The Pack Rats.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't
Shelbick
watch
sent
sports.
$25. I love that
I don't
your
even
before
know
the
the
show videos
rules.
and promotional content is so different than any other streamers. It does not get enough credit. P.S. You were so missed. Glad to see you so refreshed after break.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
That one Grow Wiper 19 sent $25. Hey Nick, will the Grow Wipers be deployed during the primaries or would it be too risky for you and everyone else cause of current political tensions? Not sure if this is a stupid question to ask. God bless.
Oh,
Latin
I'll
cross
be
emoji.
there.
Luke
I'll
Radigan
be
sent
there.
$85. Nick, with Minnesota and Illinois suing over the federal invasion by
Fuck
ICE agents,
Rebecca
the shooting in
Swam,
Minneapolis,
Ramaswamy,
and Trump
he's
sending
not
hundreds more
winning.
feds there, what do you make?
The sobriety. What? I'm sorry. What is the question exactly?
It's bread and circuses.
With Minnesota and Illinois suing over the ICE agents, blah, 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 is this the start of real pushback against the great... Do you watch the show? I love that you capitalize great... the past 2 years, sir. No, these ICE deportations are not real. They are performative. And I seriously doubt that there will be any follow-through this
Welcome
year. I
aboard.
hope that I'm surprised, but...
Speaker.
ICE is becoming deeply
the name.
unpopular, and
Fuck the-
this is what I tell
Bears.
my
The Bears.
premium group chat over the winter
The
break.
Bulls. The Bulls.
So they hired 12,000 ICE agents. They're increasing their detention capacity for illegals. They're building the facilities. So clearly, with the big, beautiful bill funds hitting DHS, you think we're going to get more deportations. Certainly, they're capable of it. Here's the problem. Will they follow through in a midterm election year? Because what is going to happen is you're going to have wall-to-wall coverage all year of the protests, the resistance, telling the immigrant stories.
That shit is so tiresome.
And guys like Joe Rogan, Tim Dillon, the comedians, they're not going to back this up, and they're a bellwether.
They do that shit on purpose because they know it's tiresome. They know we can only take so much of it. After a campaign season, everybody is worn the fuck out by the mainstream media and all the protests and rioting.
So it's going to activate the left. You're going to lose a lot of the normies. I think they're going to have to stand down. I think it's a losing issue. So even though they're capable of mass deportations, I think they might even slow down this year. They're capable of doing more. I think they'll do less. I hope I'm wrong, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
They need to crank it up.
And ultimately, they do not want mass deportations. We'll talk about this more tomorrow.
Jake Paul sent $35. The scruff is actually suiting you, you're mogging hard. Pushing high tier normie can't lie. Also, what's the beef with
Thanks.
Myron? I thought you guys were pretty aligned.
High tier normie? No way, bro. That's inflated. Everybody's high tier normie, Chad Light. I'm like mid tier normie at best. Okay. You like it? I don't know. It's too scratchy. It's not thick enough. I don't know.
Looks fine to me.
I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I appreciate it. No comment on the Myron
Scalp
thing.
777 sent $50. New mug with bigger logo and a more red ring.
Well, we have a new mug in case you haven't noticed. I don't know where the old one is. This is the new one. I believe it's bigger. It's matte. And are you making an observation or a recommendation? I can't tell.
Ciagro I for $19.99 sent $20. Nick, nice job on starting the ascension on vacation. Can already tell you've lost weight in the face. No homo. If you reach chat, it is so over for these libtards. God bless and FK George Floyd.
Can already tell you've lost weight in your face. Not that I'm gay or anything.
Why do they
not
always
that I'm
do
gay.
that? No homo.
My mind didn't go there. You know, we can give each other compliments without being gay.
Seriously.
I can already tell you've lost a lot of weight. Not that I'm gay or anything. Not that I'm like a homosexual. Okay, well, turns out my mind didn't immediately go there. I just took the compliment, but I appreciate it. It's unnecessary, actually. No, but I appreciate it. I have lost a lot of weight. I lost about 10 pounds. I lost about 10, 12 pounds in the past month or so. So It was time. I was getting chubby.
Huh.
I was getting a little bit chubby. It wasn't a good look. One day I started noticing I've never had fat like on my chest at all, ever.
Huh.
I have a big belly, never in my chest. But one day I was like kind of heavier than I've ever been. And I looked in the mirror and I saw like, it was like jiggling a little bit. And I was like, no, no, not like this. Can't happen. So I just stopped eating. I was like, no more eating. You've been a pig. No more eating. Started getting a little fat over here, a little fat here. I was like, no, we can't go down this road. So I just stopped.
Generational Noticer sent $50. You inspired me to seek out the one true faith. Have my first OCA class this week and will be confirmed on the Easter video this year. Thank you, Nick. God
Love
bless you,
it.
and
Love
I'm
to
praying
hear
for
it,
you.
man.
He
God bless you.
inspires a
7
lot
cent
of people.
$25. There's a vast amount of borderline retarded swine that live among us, voting with emotion over merit, notably since Obama's HR 4310 seconds 1078. Our voter requirement tests a policy you'd support? HH.
Borderline retarded swine. That value emotion over merit. That's like a sentence that shows your low IQ. You're probably one of them. I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. I think we should restrict the suffrage, but I don't know if I support like a big test or something.
Chris's to Mike Snuka sent $20. Here's some money for some Flintstone vitamins. Thanks for powering through and educating us. Get well, Supreme Ruler.
Thank you. Very good.
1785 sent $100. Low IQ creator shields. Bilzerian coming out against the ICE agent. They can't stomach what it'd take removing a million illegals, much less shooting radicals driving into the only people that can.
Thanks for the big super chat. Look, I like both these guys. I like Jake. I like Dan. But they're saying the stuff like, oh, well, it's a white thing. It's a government thing. I don't find that convincing at all, and I think it's misguided. I disagree with them. I like them, but I disagree with them on this very strongly.
Aquarium Grow I percent $20. All these guys saying the IDF trained eyes are moral idiots.
You're a moral imbecile. You're a moral idiot. Yeah, I love that. The IDF trained ICE. It's like, okay, good. The IDF is effective. You know, the IDF is actually good at solving problems. Maybe if the IDF trained ICE, we could get every illegal out.
Fuck.
You know, like, so what? I'm not in favor of that, but like, okay, who cares? This IDF trained ICE agent shot a libtard in the face. Wait, I thought you were against the IDF. The IDF is training ICE agents to shoot liberals in the face and deport Hispanics. Wait, I thought we were against the IDF. Why are you trying to get me to like them? Like, what's the argument
Top
exactly?
$25. Have you tried zinc maxing? I don't get sick anymore and shoot massive ropes. P.S. Your beard takes away from your chisel
What
John.
the fuck,
Fuentes High
man?
2036.
I think you're right about
That's
that.
gross. Dude. Back.
I don't know. Zinc maxing, yeah, maybe.
Tim Nosati sent $30. Nick, I love you. Not in a gross way. I'm pushing 50 and Mom Groiper. We are all thanking God for you. You are the GOAT. You and Yay.
He is
Thank
the
you for all you
goat.
do. Loving the facial hair. It's been a while.
Thanks.
Loving your time on NXR Studios.
Giving
Feel better.
white people
God bless.
Wow, thank you very much. Well, we love the moms.
Racial and
Not in a
political
gross way, but we
consciousness.
love moms. So thank you very much.
Fire.
God bless. I'm glad you like everyone likes the beard. All positive comments, except for the last guy. And I'm glad you like the collab with Joel. Thank you very much.
New Broyer 99 sent $50. I remember you said we have to be careful and descend. Did you see Tim Gordon's documentary What a Woman Is? I thought it was excellent. A much watch for all Catholic men. A very stark contrast to what Catholic Incorporated puts out there.
I didn't, but I'll have to watch it.
White Devil sent $20. Interesting timing that Israeli tourists were just caught
that's
starting fires in
classic.
Argentina. Seems they have their sights on South America as well.
Is that real? Like, I haven't heard anything about big super chat. We're just saying anything now.
Poor Richard sent $50. Trump one asked whether there were any limits to his global powers. Yeah, there is one thing. My own morality. My own mind. It's the only thing that can stop me. I don't need
so
international
tough.
law.
I love
These
it.
were so
It's
tough NGL.
so
It's our-
tough.
That's all that
And I was
stands in our
saying
way
that.
is our own
I said, like,
conscience.
you're posting Hitler edits. Trump does something Hitler-esque and you're mad. I don't need international law. I'm only constrained by my own mind.
I've literally been saying
good.
this for like the last couple months.
It's tough. You can't lie, but these people are screaming like, he's a tyrant, he's a dictator. Bro, we want
Renee
that.
Goodpack Watch sent $30.
No, he said
Apologies for this,
zinc
but I would like to renew the censorship of your show
maxing.
on mainstream platforms. It's like the last 2 dates I've been on, I have to deal with these women essentially repeating clips or the most recent show back to me without saying your name. It's ridiculous.
Is that real?
Soggy Biscuit 99 cent $21. Nice beard, Nick. Keep growing it out, then buy an eye patch, and you can be Dan Crenshaw for Halloween.
Jeez.
Oh, very good. Well
SpongeBob
done.
SquarePants sent $25. Good remedy to help you feel better. Take raw onion, saran wrap onto your feet, and sleep with socks on.
I'm not doing all that.
Yadi sent
Sounds
$20.
ridiculous.
Yonik, are you excited for Bully to drop on the 30th?
Well, we'll see.
Peachmark 915 sent $20. Did you see Tucker at the meeting with Trump and all of the oil executives? Just a normal guy, by the way.
Yeah, just a totally normal dude, just a tourist, like any one of us.
Most F1990 sent $20. Please come to Santa Rosa Beach FL and have a speaking event maybe when James Fishback will be here. Deep D in the beach will make you feel better. Christ is king.
Yeah, I'll do it just for you. Well, you want me to come to your city. I'll do it just for you.
4200 sent $20. The bots when you started talking about Elon and Starlink was nuts.
That is crazy.
Anglo-Acadian sent $25. In November, Nigel Farage appointed his new global affairs advisor Alan Mendoza, founder of the Henry Jackson Society, chair of UK Jewish National Fund. His wife co-chairs the Jewish Leadership Council and works directly with BOD/WJC executive Phil Rosenberg. Today, the Iraqi-Kurdish UAE fixer Tory MP switched over to reform.
This guy is so annoying. Bro, think he Wendell.
Huncho Greasy sent $20. How is human trafficking underage girls not part of the problem and completely immoral? Yes, Epstein being Mossad is also a big issue, but it's not the only issue. Lost me here.
Good, bye.
I love that about Nick. Bye.
That's not the issue. She was 17 years old. Shut up, pussy. Fuck you.
For real.
Oh, I love that. You lost me here. Bye. Good. Good
See ya.
riddance.
Deuces.
Dude, I love that. Knew that was coming and clocked it. Knew that was coming. How is human trafficking
Own
an
it.
underage girl not part of the? Who gives a fuck, dude? What
Seriously.
are they? 17? Okay.
Seriously, 17-year-old
Grow
women.
up.
When 200 years ago, women were fucking
She was
squirting
17,
babies out
Your Honor.
from 12
You
on.
disgusting animal. Grow up. Seriously.
Fog Homicide sent $50. I do executive protection for Palantir Associates. Just got the Gia hat. We'll be wearing it during travel coverage. Keep up the generational run, bro.
It's not great idea. Brilliant self-report.
Search
Thank
Vote sent
you for
$20.
that.
Good to see you doing the show again, Nick. Which South American president do you think we should kidnap next?
The president of Cuba.
Fungus Jim sent $20. Hey Nick, if you're serious about locking in health-wise, I'm a private chef. I'd love to help you meal prep/plan or put you in contact with a chef in Chicago who could do it for you. I sent my email to your team. God bless and
I
good
don't
luck in your
know.
lip smacks.
I would never
Gonna
trust
poison
somebody
him.
who's soliciting me to make my food, you know,
Seriously.
because what if you poison me? You
Diddy
know?
Sprinkles sent $20. I'm
Arsenic.
hoping we get to see a Nick featuring Tucker/Candace Part 2 podcast, but this time they get on Rumble for some real unfiltered conversation. Hey Tucker, call JD Vance's wife Ajit. Smiley face emoji.
I love how people
Roy Pop
freaked
sent
out
$25.
about G.
So there's really no off-ramp for Iran, right?
Bro,
is there a
she
chance
is a fucking
denuclearization/commitment to peace could diminish Western approval for war enough? Or does that open up the door to false flags? Israel does it anyway and they end up like Libya.
If she doesn't want to be
$50
called a G,
bro, did you see the debate between
back to
Agnes Perry and
India.
Pearl? I'd
I'm
love to hear your
sure
take.
Why would I watch two women talking?
Based Benny sent
You know,
$20.
they'll call
Did you
you
see
by
3
your
weeks ago that the
Indian
former
name.
CIA agent John Kiriakou said that Netanyahu threatened nuclear action against Iran if Trump didn't authorize the June strikes? Also, do you think there is a growing chance that the GOP matrix tries to get Trump a third term or advancing without an election through war or other means?
That's all fake. It's always some former spook saying, "Did you know what really happened?" Like fake, probably fake. Doesn't know shit. I doubt it. Is there a growing chance the GOP matrix tries to get it? Okay, no, dude. There's not going to be a third term.
Non-lethal Wigger Nuke sent $20. Pavlovsky better
Thank
stop breaking
God
it balls
there's not
here.
going to be
About to get a call from Uncle Tony.
I'm tired of it.
Mr. Toaster
12
7635
years
sent $20.
already.
Hey Nick, first time catching one of these live. Just wanted to thank you for being an inspiration and let you know I've been having a lot of dreams about you lately, which has been weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, please stop dreaming about me.
Boogly Woogly sent $20. What is your retort to American nationalism/imperialism equals Zionism spouted by leftists, TRS, and Jakers? Same thing.
It's just idiotic. We went over it yesterday.
Bro Hyperbals sent $30. Someone more skilled than me make a cool American themed edit with love story hardstyle. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Thank you for all you do. God bless, bro.
Thanks.
Supreme Leader
I'm gonna
Fuentes sent
start
$20.
doing
I hope that you feel better
edits,
soon.
actually,
Your
I
movement is
think.
very powerful. I say that as a girl that
That
tries to listen to your
exact
show.
idea.
Though I mainly watch because you're
American
handsome.
edits.
Please keep the beard.
Stop. You don't watch because I'm handsome. That's probably a guy. Thank
Average
you,
John
though.
93 sent $100. In this time of ascension, what would you tell your followers to start learning about politically to take the step past the basic Jew spam?
If you need, look, I'm not telling you. Thank you for the big super chat. Whoa, what should we read about other than the Jews? Like, dude, if you need me to tell you, it's not you, okay? It's going to be somebody else.
Sean 924 sent $25. Any update on going on Rogan? Seems inevitable after Shane Gillis endorsed you for president on an episode while you
That would
Sparkle
be
Hole sent
so
$20.
sick
Let's get
if
out of
he
this shithole
goes on
state, babe.
Rogan.
I'll style your Anders sent $35. My nigga in chief. Enavid nitric oxide nasal spray has been shown in lab tests to kill over 99.9% of respiratory viruses in about 2 minutes. So hit a couple sprays and feel better. Can't guarantee it will enable you to shoot ropes, but should kill the virus.
Oh
Always
my
works for me.
God, man.
Owen Kuhn sent
What
$25.
the
Hey
fuck?
Nick, do you think Trump was always a 100% Jew worshipper? Or was Butler, Pennsylvania his remember your place?
It's like we live in hell. It's you. You are hell. You are literally hell. Like having to feel the question like that is like a personal hell.
Yeah.
Or was Butler, Pennsylvania his remember your place moment? Yeah, bro. The Jews shot him and just missed to tell him, you work for Jews. Yeah, it's a cartoon. The whole thing's, it's all movie.
Gianni956 sent $20. My friend connected me to your content and I love it, man. Happy New Year's. What are your top 3 video games of all time?
I don't know, dude.
Christ King sent $20. Hey Nick, love the show. Didn't know you play video games. You ever play Black Ops Zombies? And if so,
What?
what's the
You didn't
highest
know he
round and what
played
map?
video games?
America First
That's
Index
like
sent $50.
Why-
thing. Who says we gotta fight China? Gosh.
Day. I'll take the heat for now, lol. Bethel 96 sent $20. Kinda worried this.
Who cares?
No, no one cares.
Weightlifter Roy.
Actually, they just
Exactly.
sent me
Weightlifter Roy
$20.
sent $20. Hey, go. This year we ascend on molecule. Whose side sent $50? Hey Nick, peace be upon you. I got kicked out of TP in Detroit the summer of 24 with you and our friends. That shit was so fun. Need more of it, Nick.
These are
Icy Hawk sent $20. Are you familiar with Blunts for Jesus _ on Instagram? Rumble? Not weed related. Wondering what you think of the videos they post.
Don't know who that is.
Diddy Sprinkles sent $50.
The trick to
I love
these
the
super
tribute you did for
chats
Christine
is
from
they
Ohio
just
yesterday.
got to keep
Got me
him on
teary-eyed
a
little.
roll,
Can we
keep
get
him
some
on a
Christine merch?
rant.
All proceeds go to her family. R.I.P. Christine
Because
from
when
Ohio.
they do
Legends
this, he
never die.
gets sick
Folded
of it
hands
and
emoji.
just
Hey, thank you very much.
blows
Yeah, I don't
through
know.
'em.
Maybe we'll do that.
James Neary 1888 sent $20. Thoughts on Scotland and Britain? Do you think we are in trouble with immigration and need reform?
yeah, no shit, guys. You better get on that if you want to even exist in fucking
I don't
20,
care
30
about
years.
Britain at all.
Pearl sent $25. Hi Nick, 5 feet 10 inches 1/8 German 5/8 Slavic 1/8 Italian 1/8 Irish brunette
What do you think
125
this
pounds 24
is?
waist. Founding stock.
Nutsack.
Thoughts? Smile.
Age?
Matthew Robert Payne sent $25. Do you ever watch the people who clip you? I watch most of your streams but often watch a clip to hear a subject you are speaking about. Look forward to seeing your name in Dangerfield collab and perhaps Isabella Moody. Filet Fish Groy % $20. Cats are the greatest pets ever. Toxoplasmosis gondii is a Jewish psyop to prevent you from achieving happiness with a feline friend. Dog pills take the L. Texas JJ sent $20. Yay, dropping new music at the end of the month means 2026 is going to be a good year. Austro-Hungarian Grow % $35. My brother and I are two wangs from Austria listening to your stream on the way to the airport. Can you name the small country between Austria and Switzerland and its capital? God bless you and keep up the good work.
Between Austria and Switzerland?
One of them.
Is it Luxembourg?
Friggin' Liechtenstein, the two tiny little shit countries.
I'm trying to think. I mean, so you got Italy in the south. Slovenia would be east. So it's like a microstate. Is it Luxembourg? I don't know. People are saying wrong. I have no idea. Liechtenstein, I thought that was in Germany. Well, I named the capital of it yesterday.
Yeah, straight up.
But, W Austria. I want to go to Austria.
I do
sent
too.
$25.
Austria
Hope one
is
day you
one of
run
my
for president when you're eligible.
destinations.
Thank you for being authentic and
Vienna
not
in
fake regarding politics.
particular, at Christmas
Seymour
time,
Roy % $20. Hey Nick, I'm your biggest fan and I love Hitler.
Vienna is like one of the most
Yarrow Bell Bruck sent
beautiful
$20.
winter
Some of the Epstein
cities
victims were
on
11.
the planet.
Those are definitely children, sorry if I misunderstood what you meant.
It's like
oh, yeah, well, that's
Baroque.
sure.
Pris sent
Yeah,
$55. No message. Jewish nigger dick sent $20. Hey Nick, I am a white
beautiful.
male with a black wife and we live in what most would say a little racist white town. However, my wife feels more safe here than she would in downtown La, Chicago, New York, etc. Glock Grip and Meme View and sent $20. Getting in the gym hurts for the first week or two. You will make a lot of visible gains in your first 8 months.
Please fuck off and kill
Larry
yourself.
Silverstein is a piece of shit devil cunt sent $20. Every time somebody says white boy, I correct these motherfuckers and say, white man. Stop letting these
Damn
non-whites call
right.
you white boy. My white
Fucking
niggas.
A.
Always correct the motherfucker that calls you white boy and say you're a white man.
Yup.
Fuck the New York ex-mayor Adams. He's a faggot. Let's get rich. Scottish Boy sent $20. What happened to that gold
Scottish
sponsorship?
boy.
Love the show.
Nice.
Success is a mindset sent $20. R.I.P. to Scott Adams. He was a real one. He was pro-Trump years and years ago in 2015 when barely anyone was.
Yep, rest in
Grow up at
peace.
23, 24
Scott
sent $50.
Adams
With a beard
died.
out to hide the bone smashing.
Fuck,
Hide the power
man,
level.
I used
Welcome
to
back,
love
nigger.
the coffee
Sexy
with
Angelique
Scott
sent $50.
Adams,
Go Bears Lowell.
dude.
Big fan from Virginia. Trying to red pill my
used to
retired
read
Navy SEAL
Gilbert
dad,
as
but he
a
doesn't listen
kid.
well. We'll get him eventually. Folded hands emoji. Last night was my first time watching you live. Glad to be
Wow,
back, DM.
really? Amazing.
Moon
Thank
Roy
you.
% $100. Love the sports content. This show does it all.
That's funny. Thank you for the big
Jordan
super
Goodsell sent
chat.
$20. Nick, Christine from Ohio touched so many hearts. Fans would love buying that pink Ohio first hat if the proceeds went to her family's support. Means a lot.
Seriously.
Good
Josh
to know.
from Florida
Thank
sent
you.
$20. Fuentes Mexican Grandpa Fishback Colombian Mom Pope Leo Dominican Grandpa Rubio Cuban Conqueror. American Hispanics are starting to make a big impact. South Florida is absolutely full of Hispanic growers. The children of right-wing Hispanics tend to be some of the most. Leviathan 1598 sent $200. Yo Nick, keep up God's work this year, my brother. 2026 Ascension imminent.
Thank you for the big super chat.
Toucan
I
D sent
appreciate
$200.
it.
After that, It's Black Tuesday for White Boy Summer Stock. Sell everything.
Okay, thank you for the
Callie
big
Groy
super
sent
chat.
$100. Why are the super chats unusually good? Are you censoring us? Also rape Sneeko. Press B Grow sent
Rape
$20.
Sneeko,
Ike, if you've
what
seen
the
these low
fuck?
IQ anti-Semites lately saying good goy to people supporting the Chad that put down George Floyd because they're supporting America in any way and they perceive it as goyish, as if supporting lesbian anti-whites who want mass migration isn't the most goy decision ever. Alex Pacheco sent $20. You look so cute with your beard. Also, you're invited to Lake Tahoe this summer. Niggas love Tahoe. Diddy Bob A02 sent $20. Hey handsome, love the beard but definitely try the mustache. Harry Moot sent $20. Sneeko put Leafy onto you and I started watching your cozy TV through those laughy calls W Sneeko. David Irving 88 sent $20. George Floyd eating snooze in hell RN. Just S0 Space Cowboy sent $20. What do you think it will take, or will Trump ever take any actions against the government officials threatening to use state, local, and state troops against federal troops and ICE?
They will do nothing.
The prison sent $20. Hello there, Nikki Boy Fuentes. Sneeko sent $20.
Hey, what up, Sneak? W. Sneeko.
Nicholas Lundgren sent $20. Hi, Nick. My name's also Nick. I went as you on Halloween. Do you think maybe we were meant to be friends?
No,
Based Benny sent $20. R.I.P. Scott Adams.
Yep.
Women are objects sent $20. Remember Obama
Women are
reported 3 million.
objects.
That's not really
Paul
true.
Groiper sent $25. Word on the street is that Erica Kirk is losing the kids in custody battle to Charlie's parents. Oof.
Yeah, I've heard
Krusty
that. I
Zero
don't know
CK
if
sent
that's
$20.
true.
Hey man, on some real shit, what would you tell a friend that is suicidal? Also in not gay.
I don't know. Being suicidal is kind of gay. I had somebody I knew call me up once, and he was like, "I'm like on a ledge," and I was trying like so hard not to be annoyed. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So pick me. There's nothing more pick me than being like openly suicidal. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Nobody stop me.
Right.
Nobody try to convince
I'm
me
gonna
not to
do it.
Okay.
I'm almost there now.
Hell,
If anybody's
life is pretty
listening.
bad. I guess you're right. You know, if somebody called me to like talk them in off the ledge, I would just be like, bro, just do it.
Yeah.
You can't walk it back now. You're out there. You're on the ledge. What are you gonna walk it back and show everybody?
Anybody
what a
who
bitch you are?
says they're
You'll never live that down.
suicidal. It's
Remember
for
that
attention.
time you tried to kill yourself? Remember that time you called us crying, and you were about to jump off a ledge? What an idiot! You know, like you probably shouldn't joke about it.
What an idiot.
Because that's not politically correct or maybe moral. But
Who cares?
I'm just being honest with you. If somebody get a grip. What is this about, really? Like, okay, here is the attention you ordered.
Exactly.
Taking a picture of the attention you ordered
little bitch
with your no contact delivery. I just left it at the door for your ancestors or your for
it's
your
so feminine
next of kin to collect
for a
for
man
you.
to be like
Crazy,
fishing for
crazy.
attention.
Like, no, I will not be talking.
It's gay.
What do you want from me? Am I now supposed to summon some motivational speech, convince you that life is worth living? Like, I guess then we should all try to kill ourselves whenever we need a little pep talk. Hey, I'm going to kill myself. Now, can you tell me why I'm awesome? I swear I'll do it. I'm going to kill myself. Now tell me why I'm awesome.
Fishing
Tell me
for
how that you really
attention.
love me.
That's some fucking
It's actually,
pussy ass.
that's what insane people do.
Yeah.
Real people just kill themselves. They don't tell everybody about it. They don't broadcast that they just kill themselves.
Nobody wants to hear whining and bitching. We all have our own problems already. If we're all suffering in silence. So when somebody, like starts pretending like, people should care about them, and give them an undue caring, it's ridiculous.
People that need validation
Validation,
are going to go around. Okay, guys, if no one's going to say anything, I guess I'll just kill myself. No,
It's
please,
pathetic.
your pussy's amazing. I can't live without it.
Oh my.
Okay, I guess I'll kill myself later. Like, that's insane. It's actually insane. I won't do it. I will not participate in your humiliation ritual. I will not participate in your secular religion, sacrificing your life on the altar of
Yeah, no, fair
affirmation.
point.
No, I won't. I won't do it.
Me mom sent $20. Do you think this time around it's
What would you tell to a friend that's suicidal? I'd call him gay. I'd make fun of him, probably.
Me mom sent $20. Do you think this time around it's different with us going to war with Iran on behalf of Israel because most people see it for what it is, unlike the war in Iraq? Or literally makes no difference? They will get what they want regardless.
I think they will get what they want regardless.
Real Nifties sent $20. Jews are starting fires in Argentina. Did you see that shit?
Oh my
Fishback is
God.
slowly gaining traction here in Florida. He wants to make a syntax on OnlyFans too. November will be interesting. Stidler sent $20. I went grower here and finally experienced the Chicago area for the first time and really enjoyed it. True American city. May God bless you and your family and keep up the great work. What you
Thank
are doing is
you.
entertaining, but also important.
Hey,
Wang.
thanks. Well, I'm glad you like Chicago. Welcome to the city. Okay, all right. That's our last super chat. Amazing, amazing stuff, guys. Especially towards the end there. It was just great. Well, that's all I got for you. Remember to smash the follow button, smash the like button, leave a comment. I'm on the air Monday through Friday. Check out the merch site, Fuentes.store. Subscribe at AmericaFirst.plus. Special thanks to our top super chatters. Huge thanks to Midnight Squirrel, Leviathan, Toucan, Sexy and Unique, Callie Groiper, Hoplite, Iron Wolf, America First Groiper, Weaver Rising, T. Muxum, J-Ted, Joe Biden's Depends. Amazing. Average John and Moon Groiper. Special thanks to them. Thanks to all our super chatters, everybody that watches. We love you. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your evening.
Americanism, not global.